Yeah, I'm hoping when things open up, I can do a couple weekends with the guys, but we'll see.
Yeah, we all want to get out there, man.
And
That's this is like, we're figuring out how to do this in the off season, and then when things get going again, we'll be comfortable enough at this process that has been streamlined, and we can just do it, right? Like 1, 2.
Sing that song again.
And
1, 2, 3, 4.
we're live. We're live. We're live. We're live. Who's live?
We're live.
Who's live?
We're live.
All right, that's enough.
Yeah, I was done with that from the get-go, I think.
All right. Well, welcome back, everybody.
Yeah, good to see y'all. Kind of.
All you fans of the 8th Estate video podcast, we appreciate you.
Yeah, we love you. Jeff, good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you too, Bo.
Thank you.
James, great to see you too, my friend.
Huzzah!
Great. Man, I'm in a good mood today. It's gonna be
we're
really,
off to a rocket start.
I don't know why. I'm just feeling really, really good. What are we doing today? Let's tell the people what we're getting ourselves into.
Well, today we're getting into some stuff called Mary's Lemon.
Yeah.
No, it's Lemon Margy by Prairie Trichomes, which is a Delta 9 microcultivator. It's pretty cool. We'll touch on the microcultivator Delta 9 kind of thing later. They're doing some neat stuff to allow people to break into the craft cannabis market, which is really cool.
Right on.
And this is the first batch of stuff from Prairie Trichomes. It's the first strain that I've tried, and really, really enjoyed it. I had 1/8 of this that lasted about a week and a half in my jam space, and for drumming, it's phenomenal.
Nice.
Yeah. And the girls at Bazam mentioned that this is a very chatty weed.
Well, that should work in our favor then, I would think.
I think so.
Very chatty
Look
weed.
at how easily
I know
that
it
opened.
smells great. Yeah, what are the odds of that, eh?
Yeah, you started it for me.
Well, I guess we're gonna get you to bust a little bit up here.
Yeah, but I'm just checking this because yours came out at 3.4.
Yeah,
and
that's
this
right.
one's at 3.31. So even
Wow.
less, even smaller.
Interesting.
Yeah, so a little under there, Prairie Trichome.
A little
I don't
under.
know if maybe it was a little bit damp when it went in.
That's
and
what I was
and
wondering.
I mean, there's no terpene shield inside.
Yeah.
So it would have lost a little bit of moisture.
For sure, yeah.
And this stuff was packaged on April 4th.
Yeah, a little before my birthday, I saw that. Also, so I was wondering the same thing when I saw the weight of it, so I went to go pick it up because the look of it looks quite damp. It looks quite fresh still. So I thought maybe, so I just wanted to check. Yeah, but it's, I don't know. They're both light. They're both light and they're both not the same either.
No, it's
Like
it's-
0.1, I guess, isn't huge, but it's not nothing.
That's right. That's right. I mean, 0.3 is like a joint.
Yeah.
Not a big joint, but joint.
It'll get you through.
Yeah, and
What's
there's a seed in my bud.
Oh, I don't like that either.
No, I don't like that either. So now that's making me rethink all those joints. You know what a seed burning smells like, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so keep your nose
Keep
peeled
your nose
for
to
that.
the grindstone.
Keep your nose peeled for that, and if you smell it, just pinch off the entire cherry.
Yeah.
Have a look at it, see if there's one poking, and if not, just relight it.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, here's the seed poking out the side of the thing.
Yeah, there she is.
Remember on the past episode? I can't remember if it was last week or the week before.
I think it was last week. We were just talking about this.
Yeah. There's the one little guy there. It's just a barely formed seed. It's not tiger striped or anything like that, which is a fully formed seed. But it really makes me wonder now. It's too bad. It's really too bad.
It is too bad, yeah.
But we're gonna persevere through. I mean, I've had an eighth of this before, and there were no seeds in that.
And there wasn't you didn't see any seeds in the 8th that you rolled first, like the first batch of joints here.
No, I didn't. But I also wasn't looking, and that color. Usually, I'm looking for real dark. You know, you've seen the tiger striped.
Oh, absolutely, totally,
seeds.
man. Mature seed, yeah. It sounds like we might be complaining a little bit. I guess we're just a little bit shocked, but this does not mean that it's not going to be good.
No, I've had wonderful smoking experiences with
I mean,
these before.
it looks great and it smells great. There's no reason that it shouldn't be great. I'm still pumped for it. It's just a little discerning to see that.
It smells really, really good. And I do actually smell it. Have a smell of this. Okay. A really good smell. And now let me ask you. Do you smell Coke bottle candies?
Yeah. Wow.
How fucked is that, eh? I didn't smell it in the past.
Wow.
I had never smelled it before. And I think it was Natalia who had mentioned that from Bazam. It said, I love it because it smells like Coke bottles, Coke bottle candies. And lo and behold, it does.
I never would have picked that out, but it's 100% what that smells like. Yeah.
James?
At first I was like kind of hibiscusy, like kind of like floral, but like, a stronger floral scent like that. But yeah, totally Coke bottles though.
Yeah.
Man, you're right. Wow. I love the Coke bottle candy.
Do you get that, James?
I'm not getting it, but hey.
Yeah, what do you know?
My sense of smell is pretty
Exactly.
ridiculous.
This guy barely even smokes weed.
He doesn't even eat Coke bottle candies.
Does your nose even work, man?
Do I work here?
I'm sorry. Do you work here?
All right. Well, as long as you were rolling that joint, we're about to get into it here. We might as well look to James and ask him to
run that tape. And we're back.
We ran that tape. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, run it.
It looks like good stuff, man. It's got this interesting like burnt orange, like red color to it almost.
I'll tell you right now.
Like a reddish brown. My glasses make everything yellow, so it's hard to tell. But
yeah. I'll tell you right now with this dope, if somebody just threw it on a table and told me to bet my life savings on whether or not it was an indica or a sativa, I'd be leaning in the indica direction.
Yeah, me too.
From the looks of it, the color, the shape, all that kind of stuff. But
it is a sativa.
It is a sativa, and it's
hybrid.
It's a hybrid, but it's a strong sativa qualities. Now, it's a real new strain, and this is the first time that we have a very, very tiny strain explain. I couldn't find anything for lemon Margy on Leafly. I couldn't find any write-ups saying what the parent strains were, any of that kind of stuff. So, So yeah, if there's anybody out there who knows more about this Prairie Trichome, shout out to Bryson, our fan number one.
Oh, Bryson,
our first fan. He had actually suggested this. Shouts out to Bryson. He had suggested this before, And I got his message saying you should hit this up while I was just lighting up a joint of this in my jam space, and I was reading the comments.
Did you guys have a whole comment thread about this thing? Is that what I read the other
Yes.
day?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, how cool is that?
Yeah. Shout out Bryson, man. Cool guy. He's our #1 super fan. I love the guy.
Yeah.
I don't actually know him, but I love that he's watching.
Yeah,
Bryson,
fuck
you're the
yeah.
best.
So
Right on, Bryson.
yeah, yeah, get it going here.
You know what's crazy is that we're gonna light these joints. I bet Bryson's smoking a joint with us right now.
You know, you got to get it going, bud. You got to make it hot.
Yeah, I gotta feather it, especially when you're feathering it.
Yeah, when you're feathering it, bro. When you're feathering it, brother, you got to get it hot.
Man, Nate Bargatze was on YMH this week. It was fucking gold.
I've only watched the first 10 minutes of the episode.
Oh.
I've been doing so much other stuff that my podcast intake is real.
You're right there, big guy.
Yeah, my podcast intake this week has been pretty minimal.
Yeah. You know what? I didn't watch Two Bears this week. Mine's been a little on the low side too. I've been listening to a lot more music this week though. Just trying to. I spend so much time when I'm at work just like watching podcasts, which is not a big deal. Like I can watch, have that running in the corner while I'm doing my job, while I'm building stuff. But sometimes I feel like maybe even if I'm not too distracted, I look like I appear to be too distracted. I
Right.
feel like it's a bad look sometimes. Or just to have like something like a video playing all day long. So yeah, today I was just like, all week actually, was just like, let's get in the mindset, get into work, and just throw in albums, just throw in tunes, and just listen to fucking music all
Yep.
day long, which has been great. I got a new favorite band again this week.
What's the band?
Yeah.
Wow, I forgot. Way to put me on the spot. Now I forgot their name. I'm drawing a blank.
Ballpark or something?
Ballpark Music. They're called.
Yeah.
And I've been listening to their album from 2011. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's called Happiness and Other Surrounding Neighborhoods or something like that. As just a banger album, man.
Yeah, cool.
They're just like, they're cool. Like
They've been around for a while too. That's
been
cool.
around for a little while. They're kind of poppy, kind of punky. Just a good time, man. Just awesome.
Well, maybe we'll check out a little bit of their stuff later on.
Cool beans. How's it going so far, guys? The initial smokity smoke.
It's stiff smoke. It's really
It is
hitting my
stiff.
throat.
Yeah. Yeah, likewise, it's a stiff smoke. Nice taste, though. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, very nice taste.
Kind of a very light kind of taste. You know what I mean? Like, very, yeah, I don't know even how to describe that.
Coke bottle-y?
Oh, my God.
Not in the smoke so much, but in the raw smell for sure.
Maybe not in the smoke so much, but like you said, in the bud. Also, maybe in the back of my throat a little bit, though, too. A little bit of that Coke bottle candy.
That first rip really got me. And,
Yeah, you're having a hard time now.
oh, man, I'm sweating. Yeah. It's heating me up.
Time to bring in the towel.
Throwing in the towel.
Thrown in the towel.
So, quiz, maybe we don't have a large, wow. Way to jumble your words, Bo.
We don't have a large strain explained.
That's
but
what I was trying to say, yeah.
I think James is going to read a little paragraph here.
Yes, let's see what we can work with
You
here.
want this first?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So this is from the Delta 9 website. Am I correct?
Yeah. And we're just going to show this quick while James reads it off. It's the only place I could actually find a write-up on this strain, which is interesting because they don't even have a write-up on the Prairie Trichomes webpage on this strain.
Really?
Yeah, it's bizarre. I don't know if it's because they're so new. They were a storefront setup before they
Yeah.
were a grower, I think.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure.
This is going to be a great fucking show.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting, man. We're raising so many questions here in the beginning of this episode already. I want to know more about these guys now.
Yeah. It's a throwback to all the questions from the first Royal City podcast.
Oh man, I was rewatching that the other day, and I was like, "Holy man, we're so stupid."
Right on the fucking point. James, let him have it.
Alrighty. Well, it's a new contender in the Delta 9 lineup. Lemon Margy is as delicious as its name suggests. This sweet little hybrid produces gorgeous, verdant green buds blanketed in trichomes that are sure to put a twinkle in your eye. Ding, ding, ding. The smell is an appetizing, sweet, flowery lemon with a hint of subtle complexity that deepens after being ground up. If you are looking for the perfect summer afternoon strain, look no further because Lemon Margy is the strain for you. Remember, always start low and go slow when it comes to confusing. Yeah. The disclaimers. Yeah, we get that.
I like how when you're showing the screen and reading along, you're like, if you're not exactly where I am, there's no going back. You can't read what I've already read. You're not allowed to take this with your own time. You got to be with me or you're off the boat, son.
I've noticed that when I'm reading. It's like if I don't keep up with his timeline.
Every time I gotta tell the guy, leave the whole paragraph up when I'm reading it, because when you're scrolling like that, it makes my eyes go.
When I'm like, bring it back down, it's not because I have to like just readjust. It's because like the whole thing I want to read is already off the fucking screen.
Yeah.
Is it because I'm reading more quickly or what? What's
Probably.
here?
No, it's because typically I think
Let him have it. He's smarter than us.
the way that
The
this
movement.
kind of thing is put across is shown as a single page, and then you read the page as it stands, allowing everybody at home watching the video to read along at their own pace or really have some time to look at it.
So no scrolling. Got
Well, I don't think it's necessary, just
Also,
a paragraph at a time.
Also, I read slow, so take it easy on me, bud.
it. All right. So duly noted.
I'm glad we addressed that.
No problem. I love it.
All right.
I'm here for you guys.
And we're here for you.
Woo-wee.
And we're here for the
He is.
weed. Yeah, so THC is 20 to 23% in that range. CBD is around 1 or less. What is this? This was about 24, I thought I read. Am I wrong? 21?
21. Yeah, 21.58.
I don't know a goddamn thing about anything, apparently.
Now, the one thing that I have noticed about some of these smaller craft, like the Delta 9 micro cultivators, they're the only craft cannabis providers that don't list their terpene percentage on the package.
Yeah, okay. I'm not sure if it's because she just like knows us at this point, or if it's becoming more of a thing, the terpenes. But I was actually at Atomic today, and I was like looking through a bunch of stuff, and she was like, Haley was so gung ho. She was like, and look at this one. Even she's like the piece de resistance. I remember that she used that term.
Yeah, yeah.
Piece de resistance. It even has the total amount of terpenes listed on it, and the types of terpenes were also listed on the tin as well.
Oh, fantastic.
It was in a Grump style container. I can't remember what it was now, which is unfortunate.
Okay.
It might have even been one of the ones I bought. I ended up spending quite a bit of money today.
More and more brands are using that Grump style packaging.
I'm seeing them everywhere. That and the OGen container is becoming more popular too. I'm seeing. Yeah.
Yeah, I've even seen. Jesus Christ, where did that come
You're a
from?
mess, dude.
Do you want some water or anything, buddy?
I've got
Need
some here.
water?
Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah. Okay.
You know what's interesting
So-
right now with our throats, the way we're coughing? I'm sorry for cutting you off,
No, that's okay.
but to me, this doesn't feel like a heavy smoke. When we said it was a stiff smoke, it doesn't feel heavy in my throat. So like the coughs are very like unassuming at first. You don't. I'm not expecting to cough when I do, and then I get into it, and it's like, where the like you just said, like where did that come from?
Yeah, I'm like opening my mouth to talk. No alarm bells are going off. Not even a yellow light.
Yeah.
And just all of a sudden,
No tickle in the
just-
throat, really.
Yeah.
Because it's not. I don't want to give the impression, like we said, it's a stiff smoke. It is. It's the way it's. You can hear it the way we're communicating, but it's not a harsh smoke. It tastes really nice. It's smoking really well. Like it's not a bad smoke. It's not harsh, and that's why we're coughing it up here. Like
Now, we don't have a whole lot of strain explain, but we do have quite the breakdown on Prairie Trichomes.
okay.
And so this is a great great opportunity for the voice of God there to give us a little run through it.
Yeah. Tell us about Prairie. So this is a rundown of Prairie Trichomes,
Correct.
of the business itself.
Yeah, on the Prairie Trichomes site.
Yeah. Okay. Let's hear about them.
Prairie Trichomes is a family business. Prairie Trichomes was formed in 2019 by the Carrot family, who operate a fourth-generation farm in rural Manitoba, and that would be in Canada.
Sorry, the Carrot family sounds like the sweetest family in the whole world.
Right?
And I can't wait to meet the
I like
carrots. I'm
Meet the
picturing a
carrot.
family of bunnies. I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah. It's different than meeting the Fockers, that's for sure. The Carrots are excited to be part of a new and growing industry while maintaining their values as a family-run business. The shareholders have experience in a range of industries, making the company versatile in its knowledge base. Prairie Trichomes cultivation facility was designed in collaboration with Delta 9 using their turnkey grow pod technology. So grow pod technology. Remember that in the future, people. We're going to talk about it a bit later. Designed from their own growing experiences. The first facility was a retrofitted potato storage from the family farm that was converted into a micro cultivation operation. Prairie Trichomes received their micro cultivation license with Health Canada in September of 2020, enabling them to supply Delta 9 with a high quality craft cannabis. Prairie Trichomes opened up its first retail store in Neepawa, Manitoba.
Nice.
That's so cool. I love that town.
That's really cool.
I love that town.
I'm
It's so
pretty sure
beautiful.
that's where my dad's from.
That's so awesome, man. Yeah, that was in November of last year. And in keeping with their roots, they chose Neepawa for their first store to provide services to rural Manitobans. Prairie Trichomes services all of Manitoba through third-party shipping and Neepawa and surrounding area with in-house delivery service. Hey, that's cool,
Yeah, that's
man.
pretty cool.
Yeah, man. I love it.
Yeah.
Why is their logo a VP like our video podcast?
I'm not too sure. Oh,
I think it's AP.
the triangle I think is the because Delta 9 uses that as well, the triangle. And there's something with Delta 9 is like it's got something to do with the name of the weed, like the scientific breakdown.
Okay.
There's like Delta 9 is I don't know
Hey.
exactly what it is. It's
Hey,
like a
you had me at scientific breakdown. I got you.
all right.
I
all
totally
right.
understand now. As soon as you said it was science, I was like, my science brain kicked in again. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
duh. Of course, yeah.
Detective Notepad.
I won't
added
bother
again.
explaining it to the people because it's not worth it. But
No, I mean,
I got you.
Here's a look at the Neepawa store, actually. It's kind of neat.
Oh,
that's a
pictures
pretty
of the-
a pretty sweet live edge table.
I like that. What's those? What are those hemp? Are those like hemp lotions and stuff in the corner there?
Yes.
There you go. Slick. That's cool. They got a nice rocking chair. Looks like, one that Grandpa used to sit
reading
in.
nook, yeah.
Yeah, the way they've got it set up, it's all on iPads, I think. Like their whole thing there on iPads, and then they've got some screens showing some different things.
And,
Gimli
the
stores are a
menus
little
are on
bit-
iPads.
The Gimli store is a little bit different.
So you can, so that you can set your search parameters and then see, what they've got within those parameters.
Dude, I want to see them both. I usually hit up Gimli in the summer, so I want to go check out that store.
Well, should we do a 8th Estate road trip?
Yeah,
8th
we-
Estate on the road and like make a little mini doc.
We should. I'm not sure if I've ever been to Neepawa actually, but I want to see the store. It looks beautiful.
I've been through Neepawa anytime I've driven to Saskatoon
Drawing a
or
blank. Where-
Edmonton.
So it's west.
When
for
you
up here.
split after Brandon
Yeah.
to take the 6th, Neepawa is like the first little town that you get
Okay,
to.
so I definitely would have driven past it. then. I've
There's-
I've never been there though.
It's like the highway goes right through it.
Yeah.
If you're taking that number 6.
Yeah,
you
I'm sure I've driven through like a million small towns going out west or wherever, right? So
And you go down into a hill, and there's beautiful trees that like shower the road, the main drag into it. It's
Nice.
beautiful entrance into that town.
Turn left at
It's
the trees.
great. Yeah, exactly.
turn left at the trees, go all the way down the road until you hit the dead end.
It's a beautiful little town.
I want to check out the store really bad. We should definitely take an 8th Estate road trip.
Yeah, that would be really cool.
8th Estate on the road, baby.
Yeah, James, you can break in your new camera on with some road stuff if you're into that.
I'm in, super in.
We buying a van?
Cool. No, we'll go in the Subaru, and James can be in the back with the camera.
Yeah, oh yeah. Okay.
Me and you in the front with lav mics on.
Yeah. Yeah, I love it. Okay. Hell yeah, let's do it.
I'd rather we take my car though, because there's more headroom for me to move around, like with doing camera. We can just take my car.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool too. Yeah. I'm
that works.
actually happy with more room too, so that's awesome.
There's probably like an extra at least 6 inches for me to move around and shoot. So
I'm writing this down. 8 to Stay on the road is happening.
Yeah. That's
Also,
gonna be
I can't get over the Carrot family.
the Carrot family, I
Just
love it.
I want to make like an 8th Estate coloring book where it's like
Well,
the
I'm
Carrot
gonna-
family. It's just like a cute bunny.
if they're a
Family.
multi-generational Nipawa family, Dollars to Donuts, my dad knows them.
Really?
Because when he was out Nipawa, like his dad, like my grandpa, they had a farm out there.
Nice.
Yeah, and that's what they did. I think till he was about, I think he was like 16 or something when they moved to the city.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wicked. Yeah. That's
Nipawa's
crazy,
a
man.
great
Small world.
town. I played hockey there, baseball there. Like, yeah, great
Nice,
town.
nice.
Well, we should reach out to them and see if we can
They've got
dig
a
up some history then.
they've got a really great like small family run Euro and Donair place there.
Oh, I love
That's
Donair.
like in behind. Yeah.
When
Yeah,
I was in
it's
when I was in
killer.
Germany, man, yeah, Donair like every fucking night, just like getting drunk with the boys and hit up a local like just like a it'd be like a corner shop, just like
Yeah.
you know. And, oh, they're just the best. Fucking
Yeah,
Donair, dude.
those rotating spits with the heat lamps
Yeah,
behind
man,
them,
yeah.
and the way they stack all the thin meat on top of there, and then
Oh.
the whole process of that is just amazing.
Yeah.
And I wonder if it was originally done turning it over top of like open coals, and then they eventually just turned it up on edge and put the heat around it. Because
So,
the
so I mean-
origin of that would be like
Yeah.
nature cooking, right?
Yeah,
Like,
well, yeah, you're cooking on
yeah.
a spit, right? But yeah, you're saying they do it upright, and you're wondering if it came from like doing it this way and bringing
yeah,
it up.
I think because I don't know unless they did it like that
And just cooked it
and
from the
then
bottom
built
up, and that's how they- yeah.
built a fire around it, so it was getting like I'm wondering where the side heat
Yeah.
came from, if that was a later invention
Yeah,
and a
you-
later addition to the process.
You almost gotta think that it's gotta start as just like a typical like spit.
That's
rotisserie,
what
right?
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. Welcome to the modern world. You can
If
turn that
you-
spit on its ass and
Yeah,
just,
if you know the history of gyros and kebabs and all that kind of stuff, and that style of meat, throw it in the comments.
Nice. Check this out. They actually have other
If
stores.
anyone can make us some kebabs,
Yeah,
that'd
they've
be
got
awesome.
stores. Gimli, like we could do a. Well, it would be quite the cruise to hit all of them, but
Yeah, I saw the Gimli one. Where else are they? They're also-
Killarney. Killarney, Manitoba.
that Winnipeg Beach one, is that Gimli?
Probably.
Well, Gimli and Winnipeg Beach are like 10 minutes apart.
Yeah, because you can see
So
the
that's
upper.
that's the Gimli location then. Yeah.
Okay, that's the closest one.
So Gimli, sorry, Gimli, Brandon. There's not one in the city.
No.
Cool.
So with Gimli, it would be really cool to hit them up and also try and maybe hit up a racetrack event or something up there.
Yes.
I've never been to the
please.
racetrack.
Me neither. I would kill to do that. Oh, dude, this is happening. 8th Estate on the road. James, are you down?
Yeah, I'm so down.
Good.
As long
You're
as,
in. Awesome. We're doing this.
As long as it works with the schedule.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're gonna be busy for a while.
Maybe.
Well, we'll do it when you
a
get back,
bit,
or we'll just do it without you.
yeah. Well, that would break my heart, but hey, you guys do your thing. You
No,
guys
we
do-
need-
James is the road.
We need you. You're the
he's
camera
the
guy.
road filming doc master.
Yeah, exactly.
That's-
Like this is what you do. We need you.
Well, you do
he's
speak
gonna
the truth.
He's gonna be coming on the road with me with Jupiter Hollow one day.
Oh, I hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope
That's
so.
already in motion. Or just like-
Yeah. Well, I've
Kind-
had
yeah.
the idea. I've talked to them about bringing somebody on the road, and
I'd be
yeah,
there
as
in
long
a
as it makes sense for everybody.
Yeah.
Nobody says that it's a bad idea. It just has to make sense.
Yeah.
Oh, I'd be there.
Yeah, it would be amazing, man. So speaking of Jupiter Hollow, everybody should go check out Jupiter Hollow. It's a cool band out of Barrie, Ontario that I've been lucky enough to do some stuff with. We filmed some videos last fall.
Yeah.
And they just put them out on Facebook and stuff. And man, one of the videos, like over 82,000 views in like less than 5 days.
That's fucking wild, dude.
Yeah, and a bunch of people. Yeah, JupiterHollow.ca. You can get their bereavement experience, all different kinds of stuff. Easy there, fella.
I have to get it out. Sorry.
Yeah, it's all their stuff is free too. There's my kit right there. That's from when we were filming in a little like forest.
Cabin, right?
Yeah, a little cabin in the woods.
Remember you telling me about that?
Dope.
Do you want me to play it a bit, or?
No, I mean, no. You can just play a little bit of it, but don't play the. This has a bunch of like. No, actually, this isn't the right video.
Yeah.
Yeah,
People can look it up.
It's okay.
Yeah.
People can look it up.
And they should look it up. It's
That's right.
That's
That's
awesome.
right. Yeah. Under videos, they're gonna have. I'm not sure if they've got our videos or if they've got other ones and some music videos. They've got other albums as well that like Bereavement is the second part of like a 2-part 2-album kind of experience.
Yeah.
The first one's called Adam, and the second one, Bereavement. I think loosely it's a real crazy story. I still don't completely understand it, but I think it's like 2 brothers separated at birth and they both live like intergalactic lives. And then their lives cross later on.
Oh, so dope.
Yeah, it's really, really neat. But yeah, they're a killer group.
I love that James and I came to the exact same conclusion there.
So
That's
dope.
So dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dope. No, they're really cool though, man. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it's the lead singer is kind of like, is the lead singer and guitar player like kind of the main 2
So
energies
yeah,
in the band?
They are a 2-piece. All their albums. All their writing, everything has been performed by just the 2 of them, written by just the 2 of them,
Amazing.
and it'll probably stay that way.
Yeah.
So myself and the guy there with the fucking shoulder spread from hell, that's
The fucking wings?
John Ryan. Yeah. Jesus. That muscular son of a bitch is a crazy awesome bass player.
Nice.
And he and I are the. I guess we're the hired gun rhythm section for live
And
shows.
when you were talking to me with these guys too, and you did this gig, what I really liked about them too is like, seems like the singer, I got the vibe that it was like that he doesn't care about like fame. He's just like genuinely like just wants to make cool art. He's got a vision and he wants to make cool shit, and that's all he cares about. And it almost, if you watch their videos, I almost get a vibe that he's like deliberately like, you know, screw, you know, like he's gonna do things to like almost like.
There's probably a little bit of him who's like, oh, you want to see me? You want to get a real good shot?
Exactly.
Can't do it.
Something kind of like
do it, you know,
sassy about it.
Well, yeah, that's, you know, yeah, he's one of a kind, man. But
I dig that about him, though. And
like,
you can tell that it's not fake; it's genuine. He's like, he just wants to make art, and he's great at it.
Nothing about the band is disingenuous. They're so themselves. It's amazing. Yeah, if he's not playing and creating and performing and doing all that, like he needs to do it. Like a tree needs to give out oxygen, right? Yeah. Like that's its purpose in life. Like his purpose in life is to gift people like musical entertainment.
Yeah,
yeah,
that's awesome. If you're gonna go on the road with these guys, do I have to do a podcast by myself?
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Jeff and Jeff are gonna go on the road.
Jeff and Jeff. I know I did call you Jeff again.
Almost did it. I love it.
Yeah, that could be cool. But James will be gone too. I'll have no one here.
Well, I mean, James won't be coming out. James wouldn't be coming out on every tour with us. We'd just be picking one to document, right?
I want to go on tours.
Well, that's the thing. When it gets to a certain level, I mean, there's going to be need for guitar techs. There's going to be need for merch people. There's going to be need for all kinds of stuff, right? Fun little experiences.
I'll be the merch bitch. Yeah.
But also,
I was a guitar player once. Now I'm the merch guy. Yeah. But I don't mind it too much though. It's cool. It's a good gig. Yeah. I get sandwiches every day for free. That's pretty cool. So I get an egg salad and a bottle of water every day for my job. It's pretty dope actually.
Free coffee, free water.
It's not going to be going on the road anytime soon with them.
Yeah.
We're looking at maybe another year. So.
Yeah, I'm hoping when things open up, I can do a couple weekends with the guys, but we'll see.
Yeah, we all want to get out there, man.
Oh, I
and that's this is like, we're figuring out how to do this in the off season, and then when things get going again, we'll be comfortable enough at this process that that's been streamlined, and we can just do it, right? Like,
Yeah.
as long as they're still coming out, I don't think it really matters. As long as it's within, like a month time period and the weed is current and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
It's gonna be some time, I think,
It'd be
until
cool to get a guest on here and like
Yeah.
shoot it back and forth with someone else. Yeah.
Well, Jupiter Hall is completely 100% independent too.
Yeah.
So it's not like I don't foresee the financial ability there to be like, okay, we're gonna go on the road for 6 months, like first time out, right?
Yeah,
like,
totally. Yeah.
Like it's gonna be little chunks. It's gonna be this. It's gonna be that. It's gonna be
I
little
gotcha.
things, and so we'll be able to navigate around it, no problemo.
Cool.
Yeah,
Slick, yeah.
I
And,
love a challenge.
oh yeah, yeah, and also we're hoping to do some music together, and that'd be cool if that was on the road
That's
too.
what I'm
and
saying,
stuff.
man. I just want things to. I don't even care who it's with anymore. I just want things to get to a point again where that is an option, and that's a thing I can go do. Is just hit the road and start doing. Oh,
I'm so excited for jam nights again.
Oh yeah,
And just
I
that
was-
whole
oh.
being thrown into the fire kind of thing.
man, I was thinking about jam nights just the other day, thinking about like the Toad, and like, yeah, just showing up with like a fucking guitar at like midnight
plug into the back line.
and just plug into the back line with like whoever's on stage. Usually
Yep.
like Buckborough or someone's there, right?
Oh, of course, yeah, yeah, man.
and
Oh,
just,
man.
I miss but being thrown into like just like that's like open mic night, man. Just like it's like open mic night for people that just want to go play their instruments and just like just be creative and fun, right? And just like it's an outlet, man. It's like it's so fun. It's especially fun too, like when you can like hit one up after like an early gig and you like played a show and you're like on the way home. It's like just gonna stop in, just like do a couple hours of playing now and like unwind with like a yeah.
Yeah, what I used to do is I'd be at my rehearsal space, and I'd play drums for like 6.5, 7 hours at the rehearsal space.
Nice.
And then go straight to the Toad and maybe smoke a joint, go inside and just play some songs and just, oh man, after a long day of practicing like that and playing like heavy shit or all different kinds of stuff on like a big drum kit.
Yeah.
And then going in there and just having a 4-piece with 2 cymbals and just laying it down nice and having to play a little quieter and all that kind of stuff. It's great.
Yeah.
It's really great.
I remember I was playing in this project called the Feelings Club. This was a couple years ago now. Only a couple years ago. Since disbanded. But yeah, weekly practice, that was like our thing. We had it on the same night as was it the Toad jam night?
Was Glenn
Or maybe-
playing drums with that?
No, Glenn wasn't playing drums.
Because Glenn was always practicing with the with the band on Thursdays too, and then he'd come to the jam night afterwards.
Oh no, so he wasn't playing with us, no.
Oh,
But Glenn, our singer had said that he was talking to Glenn about a potential thing that never panned out. But I did end up seeing Glenn at these jam nights so afterwards. But yeah, it was just so great to like get like a full like band practice in, and then just like when you're still like all fucking fired up afterwards, you just head over to like the jam and just jam with even more people, man. It's just awesome. Plus you get to see everyone you know. Like there's so many elements about it that I'm so excited for again.
The Wednesday night jams at the Royal George out in Transcona too. When
Yeah.
those fire back up, you got to hit them up. And same with you, James. Hopefully, I'll be still playing drums with that, and it'll probably be myself and Gary Gatch and Brian Sellers on bass.
Oh,
and,
dope. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm not sure if there will be a keyboard player or piano or not, but yeah.
Yeah, I'd love to come jam with you guys, man.
Also do enjoy jamming, and even live in front of a stage on a jam night. And I know it's usually like, hey, what song do you know? Covers. They play covers. You know what is awesome is if the band trusts me enough to just like, oh yeah, I know you're playing CCR Proud Mary.
Yeah.
But I just like, okay, and I'll just address the audience. I'm gonna make up new words to Proud Mary.
Just-
and
yeah,
just
do new
make them
things.
up. And that's a jam. That's a jam for sure.
Yeah.
super fun. But I get it too. Like,
But
the bands, you know, you want to just play the hit
No,
songs.
but that's
and all
part of it. It's just like that's what an open mic is. It's just that it's an open stage, man. You just get down there and it's a jam night. It's a fucking party, is what a jam night is. It's a great musician. It's a great creative outlet for people that just want to get together and have fun, be creative, do their thing. Like, yeah, that's totally
The
part
coolest
of it.
thing ever is just, okay, Jeff, play a beat. All right, Bo, you know, play some guitar, and then we'll just figure it out, man.
I miss jam,
The,
jam night so much.
That
I
stuff's
think
so cool.
with what I've figured out over the years and years of various jam nights and various people at jam nights and everything, the only thing that matters at a jam night is that the person picking the song is doing a proper job of leading the band.
Yes.
Yeah.
on
Of course.
on all the turns, all the changes, how it goes, when the breaks are, when it's coming back in,
I agree.
all that kind of stuff. Solo, keeping the times the same. If you can lead a band, you can do absolutely anything at a jam. There's nothing worse than somebody trying to do their thing and is just, you know, like just their chin is glued to their fucking clavicle, and they're just doing this and singing the song and just like changes.
Yeah.
Well, of
I've
course.
played with people
Yeah.
before who every time they jam and they're leading the band, they just get up and they're like, "Hey, how's it going, guys?" Oh, they got the guitar on. They're just like, "Huh," and just like it's a show, and this is their band, and you don't know
what you're supposed to do.
that's right. And I'll be the last guy to come in at that point. I'm like, everybody else make your choices, and then I'm basing all my shit off of your choices, so I can't be wrong.
Oh, yeah.
I remember. Sorry, go
Well,
ahead.
it's just absolutely like you. I know exactly what you're saying, Jeff. You just got to call out the chords. Like let's say if I'm leading a jam, like you just call out the chords to the band, and it's just like okay, and it's like hey, it's a shuffle, you know.
Well, you got to lead
it's-
them in some way at least.
Yeah,
Gotta
you
give
have
direction.
to.
Because you can't
It's
get up
not-
there.
yeah.
It's harsh. It's so hard for the band when you get up there as a jammer, and you don't lead. Like
No, there-
you can't get up there with like. Well, I mean, you can. It happens, but like, it's not advised to get up there and then like look at the band for direction on what's supposed to happen.
Oh no, that's not the thing. That's not the thing.
I know that's,
The
that's
only time the
extreme,
band
yeah.
will jump in for the direction and that kind of stuff is when somebody in the band is like, "This has gone on long enough," and they're like, "Okay, I'm gonna take this horse by the reins and I'm ending the song."
What-
Exactly.
And
yeah.
then that person
What-
starts to go and just slow
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
What I mean
Yeah.
more is just like being unsure of what to do and then like not being able to like lead as a result of it, right? Like you can't get up there and expect like the band's just going to know what to do.
Well, no,
Right?
that person should like if they have a song they want to do or something like that, they should know the song like well enough to be able to like do it with everybody. And otherwise, like
And conduct
okay,
it.
you're a guitar player, then just play some rhythm, right?
We're going down a weird
Like-
lane. I feel like we're shitting on jammers now. I don't like this. We should.
Well,
get out of it a
there's
little bit.
always you know good with the bad because that's what I was gonna say. There are definitely amazing players out there, and more of them in Winnipeg. It's almost like the players at jams who don't exactly get it and have been doing it for so long. The reason that they think it's okay is because they've been playing with such a high caliber of house bands. Like the Sunday Night Band at Times Change, that house band that backs up Big Dave McLean. Those are like the best of the best of the best,
They're so
right?
good.
And that level of house band just isn't at jams and other places. The backup bands, the house bands at the Toad on the Thursdays, you know, different style of band than the people at the Times Change, but equally as proficient, equally as good. You know, the fucking baddest of the bad, just fucking killer. Like, and that's what we have in Winnipeg. So it's almost like because we've got so much ability and so much awesomeness, there's going to be a certain level of slop that's just kind of like hanging out and is like, hey, I'm doing it, but they're not quite doing it. Everybody around them is doing it. Yeah. In other places, it's just kind of like levels of mediocrity.
I guess I just feel bad for saying it because sometimes I feel like people look at me like the slop that's just laying around, like, hey, I want to do it too.
No, I don't think that's a thing at all. And also, I've never seen you at a jam night where you're like, I don't know what to do, and I'm gonna lead this band.
Yeah.
You'll be the first one to be like, oh, just put me on the second amp,
Yeah.
and let me noodle. And you're really, really good at figuring it out, being tasteful, and playing when there's space, all that kind of stuff. If you don't know what's going on, you figure it out before you come in.
Yeah.
You're not obnoxious with your playing at all.
Thank
You
you.
got nothing to worry about
agree.
for that.
Thank you. The word noodle is pretty offensive, but thank you.
The which?
So the word noodle was pretty offensive, but thank you.
Oh well, fuck. I'm a drummer, man. I'm not even a fucking musician.
It's a bad term. I don't like. It makes it's yeah.
You play very tastefully. I've seen you play, Bo.
So like
in
that. I like
situations.
to accompany. Yeah, it's all good. I'm just giving you a hard time, dude.
You know what
It's,
works?
I think it's funny that after all that was your takeaway. Was that?
I said thank you. I said thank you.
I love it.
You know what works?
This is a fun one.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, this is talkative good stuff.
I've
I've only been tripping over my words minorly, and I think it's because of maybe a dry mouth and a bit of
a bit of coughing.
the throat not being okay. But it's chilled out now. I
Yeah.
feel like I'm over those hurdles.
I'm still gonna figure out while you roll that joint, and then we'll get into our next one here.
Okay.
But James had this pulled up on the screen for a little bit. I want to get into it. It's the Bazam website, I think.
Oh man. So yeah,
I have not looked at this prematurely. This is my first time seeing it. This is dope. I was gonna say awesome, but it's dope.
It's what a weed website from a store should be. Like we were just a moment ago, or many moments ago, on the Delta 9 webpage, and it was like sterile and just like,
There's
know,
so many like
And-
medicinal looking websites for these cannabis companies.
Well,
I find,
yeah, and that's the thing. It's almost like they're like, hey, if we make it look like our uncle made this webpage, then then people are going to be like, okay, they're on the up and up.
Yeah.
Right. But they're not. They're not cool enough to be doing anything wrong.
Yeah.
These guys are definitely looking like they're cool enough to be doing stuff wrong, but
This is
they're
like a
doing
comic book,
everything
yeah.
right.
This is like a feature in High Times magazine. It's like a comic book like segment. This looks so cool.
It's really neat. Yeah, I tried some of their tabletop stuff.
Yeah.
The sticky buns.
Okay.
And it's like straight to bed. Yeah, just so chill. And it was unbelievably low price.
I got the sticky buns.
I got the sticky buns too.
When did I get that? I got that with you when we took that trip.
Yeah. Yeah, when the three of us were out roaming the streets.
Like, man, did I get that today? 'Cause I took another trip today to get some more.
Maybe you just got it today.
The sticky buns is great. You know what I started doing? I know I interrupted you. Sorry about that. But
No,
I started rolling cocktail joints.
Yeah, buddy.
When I'm buying, I'm not buying anything in like huge quantities. I'm usually buying like an eighth at a time now.
Mm-hmm.
I do a couple of eighths and like a 5-10 pod usually, just to like keep me going for like a little while. And I love getting like a sativa and an indica and a nice hybrid,
Yep.
and just having all three and rolling them in different. Yeah, it's so fun.
You know what the next step to the cocktail party is adding in indica and sativa CBD dominant strains to your cocktails.
Adding them in.
Adding them into the joints so that you can take the THC level to CBD level and do this kind of thing in the indica sativa and then mixing and like, whoo, buddy. It's like, I can't wait to get back to that kind of smoking. I've been doing so much research for this show.
Don't
right?
put it in quotations. It's fucking research.
It's really killer. But I haven't been doing the same cocktail joints, and I haven't been doing CBD as much. I've been getting CBD more as an oil or in a vape pen, like in a 510 with a mix.
I'll be honest, I never do CBD actually.
Well, I'm an old man, so I need that shit, right?
I have smoked it in the past. I've had a lot of friends that smoke like strictly CBD heavy stuff. So I've done it, but like it's not something that I ever look for.
It's definitely a different kind of vibe, and see, that's how you use vibe properly. People these
yeah.
days don't know how to use it properly, but it's a different kind of vibe when you're smoking the CBD stuff. To start your day with like a nice sativa, like dance hall.
Yeah.
Spinach does a really amazing dance hall sativa CBD.
Yeah.
And it's like, I think it's like maybe 14, like 9 to 14% CBD, and then maybe 6 to 8% THC.
Okay.
And man, it's phenomenal.
Nice.
Like really, really nice.
Yeah, I should start messing with it.
Different Penelopes or CBD skunk hazes
Yeah.
are really, really nice as well. And then Durgamata 2 as a
Durgamata 2.
Durgamata 2. Durgamata is a hardcore indica strain. Durgamata 2 is a hardcore indica CBD strain. And it'll be like 11% to 14%
Wow.
CBD, and then like 2 to 4% THC. And man, Namaste does a really good Durgamata 2 in a flower and a pre-roll. But from my understanding, I think the CBD dominant plants are way harder to grow. More shit can go wrong with them, and I think they're smaller, and it takes way longer to grow them. So the good CBD stuff like the Durgamata 2 is always extremely expensive.
Okay.
Yeah. Shall we?
Interesting. Let's do it.
All right. Start your engines.
Blade J number 2. Number dose. Let's get
What
into
are you getting so far off the old Cerebes? Since we don't have the leafly to go off of to tell us what we're feeling, we're gonna have to figure it out on our own.
I hate it. I just want to be told how to feel. I mean, I feel great. I feel focused. I feel really happy. What would Leafly say? I feel happy, uplifted,
Yep.
relaxed.
I get all three of those as well with the focus.
Yeah, focused. Like it's another one of these. It's a sativa. Yeah, we said it was a sativa, right?
It's
Yeah,
a sativa
hybrid.
hybrid.
Sativa hybrid. Yeah.
Sativa hybrid.
Everything's a hybrid. When I say sativa, I know it's a leaning hybrid. I should clarify for the people, I guess, but get used to it, folks. That's how I talk. But yeah, I lost my train of thought because I am not focused. But then I got it back because here we
focused.
are. I'm focused.
Yeah.
But yeah, so focus is a big one. I'm pretty clear-headed. It's silly though. It's talkative, like you said. I would say it's more than talkative. It's kind of silly. I'm in a silly mood. I'm definitely giving you guys a harder time, I think, today.
And me as well. It's for sure got very strong anti-anxiety properties.
Yeah, very.
I would
good,
say
very
that
good, yeah.
100%. Other than the anxiety about my mustache being off, I really got to trim this motherfucker.
Yeah,
it's getting out of control.
Super anti-anxiety properties, but at the same time, it drives your anxiety about certain things through the roof.
Yeah. Let me just check the case notes here.
Yeah.
Doom, 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 doom. So limonene, which is the
citrusy, sativa leaning.
lemon, orange, citrus.
Yeah.
Antidepressant, anti-anxiety, elevates mood, relieves stress. I wouldn't say that this is as strong with the farnesene. The transcaryophyllene is probably got a little bit of that because that's the pepper and wood and spice, and that's the one that's healthy, not high.
Yeah.
Probably the terpenoline, the old classic terpenoline.
Yeah. Gave up on naming it.
Uplifting, THC dominant, classic sativa effects, but found in an array of strains, hybrids, sativas, indicas. I feel like my S's are just daggers in people's ears.
Oh, they're great.
I'm really trying. I'm trying to talk over the top of the mic to see if I can get a better line on it.
Dude, you're good. It's all good. It sounds good.
But it's really prominent in my headphones.
Yeah, I've noticed when we do, our mics sound different for sure. Just the way we're talking into them, I guess. I got to get a better placement here too, I think. Not
yeah,
right now.
I
I'm
think
not
I
gonna-
think talking across the top of these is a little bit better for the S's, but
For sure.
I feel like
who knows?
my mic used to be different. I don't really mess with things too much.
who knows? Maybe it's the headphones.
Maybe it's the headphones.
Follow your nose. It always knows.
Maybe. But yeah, so there's no actual terpene rundown. So we're doing our
No, we don't know what the terpenes
our kind of
are with it.
assumption of what the terpenes are. Yeah, but definitely limonene, like you said, transcaryophyllene probably.
Yeah,
Terpenoline.
terpenoline. Yeah,
Could you guys eventually like recognize the terpenes? Now that would be badass.
I think that's what we're doing right
trying
now.
right
now,
guys.
man.
I think
I
that's what we're
love
doing
it.
right now.
Give us a
Love
moment.
it.
Yeah, we're trying
Yeah.
to. Yeah.
Yeah, and on the back of my pad,
I got to
there's
write
an
these
idea-
terpenes down on my own
This
in
was
my
an
notebook. So
an idea I had for a segment, and I just wrote it down while I was.
something crazy with James.
Yeah,
I love that segment.
yeah.
happens all the time.
Yeah, this is Something Crazy with James. Do 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 goo.
Is that the sound
so,
for it? Maybe we don't get a soundboard, but we can all collectively learn whatever the sound we would want to play for segments, and then we can do them together in unison.
Well, James is always like his thing is freestyling these songs. Like I force him to do that every week.
Yeah, we tried that with the last
I
one, and
say-
it went to shit.
I
yeah.
say it's his thing, but I'm clearly forcing him to do it.
Yeah.
I mean, the poor man's so stressed out. He fucking left his guitar behind last time.
That is true. Yeah. But hey, it was fun though. It was good.
Yeah.
It was good times.
This is this weed isn't burning bad, but it's not blowing my skirt up, with how good it is. But the good thing about it constantly going out like that is that it's not burning itself away.
Yeah.
And I'm getting a nice little resin ring.
Yeah, it's not super glistening, but it's nice looking. It's not burning bad, like you said. I do notice, like with like these other, with joints we've had in the past that don't burn out, they're still not burning away on their own super fast. That's kind of what I've been noticing is a trait of like a really, maybe it's a good roll or a good weed or the combination of the two, but is that unless you're doing that, unless you're promoting that cherry, you're not gonna get a lot of takeaway. People always talk about free burn, but I mean, now in the aftermath of you taking a drag on it, it's puffing up. But
Yeah.
I feel like when you let it sit, like it doesn't actually get. It's not burning away overwhelmingly, yeah. But it's nice when it goes out because it's a reminder to like, oh yeah, keep smoking this thing too.
Yeah. I think the perfect joint cherry should just be visible above the edge of the paper. It should never be a cherry like a cigarette.
It should never be holding
You
on to
know?
that much inside the cherry, man. Right? Like it
Well,
should be burning
even-
away to ash before it gets that long.
Yeah, and if it's big, it's probably because a bunch of people who didn't bring their own joint have been sharing this joint that's been going around.
Yeah.
And they've been fucking sucking on it like it's got the cure, right?
Well, if you watch back to episode 1 of this podcast, like I don't know how to even smoke a joint. Really, like they're all canoeing so bad on me and stuff. Like there really is like a method to it. I've been such a pipe smoker and a bong smoker that I wasn't accustomed to it coming in really. But I'm rolling them at home now too. I have these awesome nest papers that we got at Bazam. Shout out Bazam. Yeah, they're awesome to come with little filter papers too. Like they're just sweet, and they have the little wrapping. Oh, come on!
love it.
I love it. I know. I'm already thinking next time I go in for weed, I'm gonna get another pack of those.
Well, I've seen other ones before that have a magnet glued in to
Yeah.
close themselves, and I'm like, how much does that fucking cost? That
Yeah.
nobody gives a shit about, and now all of a sudden their package of rollies are fucking $5. When you're really only getting a small, you're getting like
It's an average pack, right? It's
20
something- yeah.
20 rollies or something like that, and then a bunch of filter tips. These filter tips are okay, but I prefer for the size I'm doing. I prefer these size or the ones that go that way. Wiz Khalifa tips are really good too.
Yeah.
But even with these, like I never roll joints small enough where you just put it straight in, just rolled up. I always double it over on itself to get it the right size. And that's been a procedure of learning that has really been a game changer of me, like figuring out this tip game, because I'd always cut them out of business cards.
I was gonna say
before,
I do the
right?
same thing with my Nest filters.
Yeah,
Fold them in half,
yep.
lengthwise first.
Yeah, I fold them in half lengthways. I hold them like this, and then I go like up on them and use my nail to crease them.
Yeah.
And kind of give them that curve, and then I figured out that I'll go.
You taught me this. I do the same
zigzag
thing.
back and forth,
Yeah.
like maybe 2-3 times, and then I roll it up. And if I've got to trim the end off, I trim the end off, and otherwise I get it the right size. I roll it tight. I put it in the rolled over side first.
Yeah.
And so that it doesn't really trap things inside, and it's got less likelihood of coming out. And then once it's inside, I let it open up, and then I'll use scissors or something to go inside and like unscrew it.
Yeah.
And make it expand to the right size for the
Yeah,
table.
I do the same thing as you though. It's awesome. You taught me how to do it actually. That's why I do the same thing as you.
Yeah, right on, man.
But I'm getting pretty good at it. I was so proud of myself. There was one joints all week, and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm getting so good."
Well, I mean, here's the thing.
It's-
Congratulations, everybody. This is episode 11,
Yeah.
which means we're into the double digits. We've had 10 real episodes up in air. Yeah.
Yeah.
As we film this, it's episode 9 that drops tonight, and then episode 10 will be next week, and this will be the week after. But to celebrate the first like 10, I was thinking after every 10 we should have, or maybe every 20, maybe every 15, maybe every 25. What do you think? Have like a cocktail party wrap up where we can kind of like summarize the past 10 and kind of look at them, do some other things as well, just have a hang, but kind of be able to rediscuss those before they get so far out of memory.
So we're shooting 11 today.
Today's 11.
Should we do it on the 15th episode? Does that seem like a good number? Because we're almost there. Or should we do it the next episode? Do it on 12?
We could
Every-
do
every-
it
every-
we
every
could do it
dozen?
every dozen. Yeah, for sure.
Why not?
For sure.
Who gives a shit? Let's do it every dozen.
Yeah, let's do it every dozen. Okay. Perfect.
Now that I talked about this microphone, it's bugging me. I'm going to do the same thing as you real quick. Oh, wow. Is that easy? I thought I had actually like changed something.
I hadn't done it like this before because it's so much in the way.
Yeah.
Like I wanted it kind of more off to the side and kind of coming in. So I'm talking over it and to the side and can still see where I'm rolling. But you know what? It's
It's a big, obnoxious microphone. It's always going to feel a little weird. I feel like I already sound better, though. Maybe it's just in my head. Probably.
For a second here, I was like, what the fuck is going on with my hand here?
I
gotta
know
light it
we got
off
something
the
else pulled
finger.
up here, James. Could we go back to the website, though? I was going to say, speaking of how focused we were talking, we totally forgot to even mention, like, the Bazam website at all when we were on it.
Oh, yes.
We started talking about it and then got so wicked sidetracked. So let's get back to this comic book looking crazy website here. So what do they all have? So they must have like,
So they've got, the Bazam strains.
I guess let's do a quick like view of all these strains here. Nut butter, I think I've heard of this one. I've seen this one actually in stores.
Mendo Breath and the White. Mendo Breath is one of the parent strains of Meat Breath.
Oh yeah, okay. And the white, I've had the white before, I feel, or seen it as a parent strain and other things. What else do they got here, James? Oh,
man.
wait,
Oh,
can we go back up for 1 second?
Just
Yep.
that breakdown.
That's
Oh,
beautiful.
I fucking
Yeah,
love
that's the
it.
same thing I wanted to say.
Love it.
So, myrcene, lime. Wow, man! Now my words are getting hard. My words are slowly getting hard.
Linalool. That was another one that I had. I
As
wonder-
another sativa heavy or leaning terpene, I believe.
Man, is it limonene or limonene?
I think I think it's limonene.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Because the I of lime is only an I because there's an E after the M.
Exactly.
So that would be limonene, not limonene.
Interesting.
I don't know.
Hey,
But then
I
technically,
was raised by a teacher.
I'm a
of little
scientist,
kids.
not an English doctor, so I don't know. But I know it's called linalool. That's an easy one. Or is it linalool?
I know, right?
Fuck.
I
There would
think,
be
I
two
think it's
ends.
I think it's
There'd be two
linalool.
ends.
Maybe I don't
If
know
it's
it.
linalool, there would be two ends.
Yes.
Linna. That's for sure.
So that's linalool,
No,
but
I
wouldn't
think
the
so.
I again be an I if it's got an E after the N?
A's kind of work like an E, I think.
Okay.
Phonetically. Yeah.
You answered it quickly enough with a reasonable answer. I'm going to take your word on it.
I have no idea.
We keep talking about getting like weed experts in here to
You
interview.
shouldn't have said that because I'm not going to go with that predisposition for knowledge on the James.
To
scale
be
in the
honest with you,
future.
it should be linalool.
Those pictures are freaking ridiculous.
Yeah, they look so good.
That looks so frosty.
Jeez.
This
Check it
whole
out.
design, whoever designed this webpage is really, really killer.
This is one of the best ones we've seen so far, hey?
Yeah, it's going to be very, very subjective.
Are you seeing this genetic lineage?
Jews Gold,
I've never heard of this
Critical
strain.
Skunk,
Jews
Colin
Gold. I've never heard of
OG.
that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. That's a strain?
Apparently.
You know what's crazy?
Someone named a strain that? Can you even do that?
Yeah, well,
Is
I
that a
mean,
lot?
if they're Jewish, they could do it.
I guess
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
I love it. I love
yeah,
it.
yeah. So
I'm intrigued.
it's pretty amazing. Something I've realized too. Remember in one of the past episodes we were talking about the availability of future trade once everything's legalized in the States,
yeah.
and seed trade between American seed farms and growers and Canadian seed farms and growers.
Yeah.
So keep in mind, all this is Canadian. So all these strains are right now like only in Canada, and they're Canadian sub strains as well. Like, think of how much cool shit's down there too. But all these things we've got up here and they don't have down there. Not only do they not have the strains we have in the stores, but they don't have any of the parent strains.
Yeah.
It's kind of, it's doing to my mind what like the same kind of thing as when I heard that there was like different levels of infinity.
Whoa.
Like, infinity is infinity, but there are different levels of infinity.
I'm not sure
Ultra
if I wanna go
versus-
down this hole, but I think
It's
I mean, I
it's some
think
Neil
I-
deGrasse
I
Tyson
think I
shit.
have.
Oh, I
some-
love that.
Yeah, it's some Neil deGrasse Tyson shit.
We should have him on the podcast.
Um,
Do you think he could-
Yeah, why not, eh? Just call his handler. Just call
Elon
his
Musk,
handler.
he smokes weed, right?
Yeah, why not? He
I'd like
has
to-
on a
I'd like
podcast
to
once.
have Neil deGrasse Tyson, Elon Musk, and Jordan Peterson
And Joe
all on
Rogan.
all in the same podcast.
Oh man, that'd be a room of giants.
Yeah, the three of
scientific
them
giants.
and Lex Friedman.
Oh
that
yeah, Lex
four.
Friedman. Oh yeah,
Lex Friedman's fantastic,
he's
man.
so awesome. Yeah.
That's a question.
The podcast he did with George St. Pierre is phenomenal. Really,
Oh,
really
I
good.
got it because that was the one that was right before Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yes.
with GSP. Yeah,
Yeah, no, it was great.
That's a question. Do I have ash on my face?
I can't see ash on your face.
No, you're fine.
So I have ash on my fingers. I think for putting this wick out with my fingers.
Oh,
No, you're good.
Okay, cool. I was just worried about that.
don't you feel silly now?
No, I feel like a man.
All
Putting
right.
fire out with my hands.
Feeling like a man.
I remember back in the day when I smoked cigarettes, I used to ditch them on the concrete in the summertime when I was outside barefoot, and then just put them out with my heel.
Oh, in
and
the
be like,
summertime
"Oh,
at
I'm
festivals, I
so-"
do it all the time with barefoot. I do it.
Well, this was just in my front yard. I wasn't going to festivals.
Yeah, but I do it all the time with barefoot. Yeah, just like do it with the heel of your foot.
Yeah.
You don't feel anything, man. It's fine. The heel of your foot is so callous. People don't realize it. That's the thing. That's why you do it too at festivals. 'Cause it looks so impressive to people. They're like, oh my God, you just put that with your foot?
The funny thing
But
is, we
it's
only
fine.
do things like that for ourselves. Nobody else
Nobody else gives a
notices.
shit,
Nobody
yeah.
gives a shit. It's pretty hilarious.
Yeah. I know. I'm so narcissistic. I always feel like I'm the star of the show everywhere I go. such a piece of shit.
Hey,
That's what
you
it
nailed
feels
it.
like on.
I'm just-
But I'm lovable.
yeah, yeah.
Maybe.
you're good looking.
Someone beg to differ. Again. I'm looking at this vape cartridge.
Yeah,
though.
magic melon.
That looks tasty.
All right, is it time for us to do some reading?
Oh yeah,
Well, if you like, it's right
I feel like
there.
I haven't done any reading yet. I haven't done any reading.
No.
Well, this is one of
only
Bazam's
James.
products.
Yeah.
You
You were looking at this one. You read this one. I'll
Okay,
pick a different
okay.
one to read.
Can you scroll it up just a little bit, James? To over the camera for me here.
Oh, like there?
Just that's perfect.
Okay.
Don't move it. Cool. When life gives you a truckload of tropical, sour, and sweet flavor, it can feel like someone tossed a couple ripe honey. Wait.
It's called Magic Melon, by
Yes,
the way.
it's called Magic Melon. It's the sativa it's a 1 gram vape cartridge. Yeah, it's pretty big. 1 gram, 5. I think it's big. I think a full gram is big, right?
I think they just fill it up all the way.
Yeah.
It's minimum size difference in the cart
Okay.
from
Who
a
knows?
half to a 1.
When life gives you a truckload of tropical, sour, and sweet flavor, it can feel like someone tossed a couple ripe honeydews off a rooftop into a giant vat of mango sherbet. And you know what? That sounds like the origin story of a supervillain who wears Hawaiian shirts that might actually make fedoras cool again. Thankfully, it's just the natural terpenoline, caryophyllene, and myrcene talking in this mega melon forward sativa dominant hybrid. With flavors like these, honey definitely won't mind if you do. Hot melon pun action. That was a mouthful. That was really hard for me.
That was a good write though.
I think you did
It was a
great
good
job.
write, but it was a horrible read. I'm so sloppy. Wow.
I think it was meant to be read with your eyes, not with your mouth.
I think so. I think I totally agree. Yeah.
It was for looking at, not saying to.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. Because I read the first thing totally right, and I got to the end of it, and I was like, what? But yeah, we got there. Thanks for staying with us, folks.
83%, not too bad. I'd like to know exactly what the extraction process is. That's what I'm really interested with this.
Yeah.
And what
They
it's
don't mention anything?
what the carrier is.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be the cultivators versus the store? Because isn't this an online shop, like a store shop? Like, are
But
they
this is
cultivating too?
This is a Bazam product, right? This
Okay.
510 cartridge.
Does it say anything?
And it would be like whether or not it was filled with distillate or a live resin or a shatter or a BTU extraction
Yeah.
or CO2 extraction or whatever.
You
right?
can't click on anything and get more information on it, can you, James?
I'm
like
trying.
these-
I'm
yeah.
trying to figure it out.
Oh, we're in such a different place all of a sudden.
Yeah, where do we go? What happened? No, stay where okay, sorry.
Cultivation.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not the cultivation though. I'm looking for more we're looking for how they get their extractions. What kind of extract is it in their
Our grow.
vaporizers?
Could you
Yeah, it
take
just-
us
it
back
just
to
goes straight to it.
strains?
Yeah. I want to see more strains too.
Sure.
Thanks,
I
bud.
did scroll the strain stuff to the bottom, and they don't really answer that question. Just saying.
Well, you know what that means. We gotta get an expert on here.
Ooh, Banana Days cartridge. Cool. Scroll down a little bit more. Let's see the next one here. I wonder what Max Slurry.
Ooh.
Nice. Indica, 21 to 26% THC. Just scroll up a tiny little bit. Just to put that Max Slurry right at the top of the screen, please.
Beautiful.
The first person to utter the words "great things come in small batches" reportedly used their time travel skills to land at the very moment T-Mac and Slurricane collided to create these beautifully dense, chunky purple buds speckled with frosty trichomes. Immortalized in the history books as Max Slurry, this small batch indica dominant hybrid brings a multi-dimensional explosion of citrus, sweet and spicy flavors from limonene, caryophyllene, and linalool. Available as a limited release. Don't let this one slip into the next dimension without witnessing its greatness for yourself. Now take me down just
did
to see
great.
the thank you to see the next little bit of information on this, please.
You want me to take you down to Paradise City or what?
Yeah, where the grass is green and the girls are pretty.
Yeah, man.
Let's see that. Scroll up a bit just to see the terpene stuff there. There we go. So flavors: sweet, spicy, and citrus. limonene, caryophyllene, and linalool. So the spicy is the caryophyllene.
Yep.
Linalool, I think, is the sweet, and the citrus is the limonene.
Woo!
And yeah, Tangy by Mac makes the T-Mac. I've had the Mac 1, which is like blow your hair back,
Yeah, we've had
50-50
that, yeah.
hybrid. And this, but I've never had, I've had a bit of Tangy, which is not too bad. It's a pretty cool sativa.
don't think I've had
Slurricane
Tangy.
is, I've never had that before.
No.
But yeah, strong total terpene percentage, 2.77.
Isn't that higher than normal? Like, weren't we dealing with 1.5s regularly? Or?
I'd say that there's an even amount of 1 point and an even amount of 2 point, but you definitely want the higher ones.
I picked up some stuff today that I think it's over 3.
The stuff that you showed me in the Grump style tin, I think, was 1.83.
Yeah, that stuff is a
something.
little bit lower, but I got another one today from the same place, and that's what kind of like, yeah, well, it was Haley was showing it to me, and I was like, I think I said it before. It was like piece de resistance. Maybe that was off cameras, but that was she was like showing me like the content and everything. She's like, this just came in, it's brand new, it's just packaged, and she's like, here it is, piece de resistance. She's like, total terpenes is like 3 point. It was high. It was like high 3s.
Nice, nice.
Yeah.
The other brand that I got, the other batch that we'll do for next episode, from Bazam, was Ali's pick.
Okay.
And it's in a Grump style tin as well.
Who picked this one? Did you pick it?
No, this was Natalia's pick.
Natalia. Okay.
But it was also the pick of the comments too earlier before that, and it was already on my list. So when she said it, I was like, I like your style.
Yeah.
But the stuff I got, I think the terpene is like 2 point something higher, but the packaging date was June 4th.
Wow.
Yeah.
There was, well, I think it was one of the ones I bought. It may not have been. I had so many things sort of in front of me as options when I went down to the store today. So I may not have walked away with this one, but there was one that was packaged on, it was June 2nd, I believe. Yeah. But it was like, she was like, so pretty recently. And I was like, like last week.
Super recently.
Crazy. Like it just got off the truck. Yeah. That's wild.
Yeah. Is the delivery guy still here?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Bazam has been awesome though, man. Every time I walk into that store, they're so cool. And their website is super dope.
They've got really, really neat Ness and tabletop shirts in there, long sleeves and short sleeves. And it looks like each shirt is almost like a different thing on the back and a different style of logo on the front.
Yeah,
they're almost all one-offs from what from like the dozen or so I've seen in the store, which is really neat. It's
but they're a really cool little store, man. I love going down there.
Me too. I haven't gotten into their like extract stuff yet, but
no, me neither. But I've gotten some really cool stuff there, man. Like they seem to be pretty on the up and up as far as like new stuff goes. Like the meat breath that we reviewed a couple episodes back, I saw it there as a pre-roll first before I saw it anywhere else. That's what got me excited about it. I got those pre-rolls and I was like, oh my god, we got to do this. This is so good. I just found the sweet spot for the mic, I think.
Okay, cool. I just got a pre-roll pack of 005 blend. Yeah. We saw them when we were in there.
Okay.
And it's like 3 different, it's a cocktail joint pre-roll of meat breath and a couple other, I think cherry, like black cherry punch, meat breath, and something else as a pre-roll. Yeah. And fuck, they were phenomenal. Really, really good.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think what I got there last time. I got the tabletop, for sure. The tabletop sticky buns. Which is a great, like, small nugs, but like great indica smoke though.
Dude, that MK Ultra, the BC bud.
Yeah, you texted me saying it was unreal, eh?
So good. Yeah. That's on the short list as well. Like,
yeah, I should have. Was that a Bazam you got that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Because we stopped by a couple places again that night that we went out. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, you texted me all excited about it. I was kicking myself a little bit because I was looking at it like, should I?
It'll be around. I think it's
I'll
still
get it. Yeah,
there.
next time. Yeah. Man, I'm all about, exploring new weeds right now, though. Man,
It's-
like honestly, before this podcast, like thank you. You saved my life.
Hey, man.
Because before this, I was smoking like not garbage, but like I was smoking cheap, which is still like a necessity sometimes. I'm not made of money, but
gotcha.
it's just so nice to like I don't know, to just take your time with it and like just really appreciate it. Just come at it differently, right? Instead of just getting the cheapest thing, so you have it kicking around. Like, get something that you can take your time with and enjoy a little bit.
I think you end up smoking more and spending the same amount, if not more, at the end of the day, and doing more disservice to your lungs and your brain.
I blow way through it way
your
faster.
endocannabinoid system. With the cheap shit.
Absolutely.
When you can just smoke the real nice stuff and get away with a little less, and enjoy it.
Yeah,
have a real nice relationship with the flower.
That's 100% it. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, so I've just really been enjoying that, and then like doing this too, and like, well, even outside of this a little bit, like, but I guess we're like making relationships through this podcast, but it's
Those were your birthday cookies.
oh, nice.
I pulled that up on purpose because I was going to ask you if that was the cookie.
Yeah,
Yes!
those were the birthday cookies.
Is Aurora Drift? Is that like?
It's
Aurora?
Aurora. Yeah. Aurora Drift is all their extracts, all their edibles, all their like non-flower.
James told me not to do this in the beginning of the show, but now I'm going to do it.
Go for it.
There you
It's
go.
fine.
There you go. Ba-ding bang boom. No, you got that hat from
I got this from Bazam too. Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, they gave me a nice little care package one time.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, outside of like this, it just like I just love going down to the shops and just like it's so great like to talk to people too. I feel like sometimes when you go to these like bigger things, getting the lights for me, man. I'll change it back around probably at some point too to make you change the lights one more time.
Yeah. Lights on the fly.
I'll
Lights on the fly.
I'll make them work a little bit.
Hey,
today.
man, I'll go for it. It's
Yeah.
all good.
Oh man.
But sorry. I was
oh
doing-
no.
Yeah.
Keep on going. Yeah.
But I feel like sometimes like the big shops that opened up right away, as much as I love them, I still go there all the time to like all like Tweed and Delta and stuff. Sometimes I feel like they're a little big, and you walk in, there's like lines and stuff, and everyone's always willing to help you at these places, but I feel like you get like, a little bit lost in the mix sometimes, and it's a little more just fast paced. It's like a little more get in, know what you want, grab it, and get out. I love going to these small shops. Like the really small like shops, like mom and pop shops or like one-off shops. Bazam's like a company from BC, but like this is the only shop they have, so it's a very like it's a small little thing, right? And I just love walking into a shop where like right away you walk in, there's like maybe a couple other people there, but the workers are so quick to like greet you and just like help you out with shit. Like, yeah, I went to Atomic today and talked to Haley, and like right away, like it was just awesome, man. It's just like I love having friends.
Yeah.
At the weed store, right? Like I don't go to like the grocery store and like actually that's a lie because I worked at the grocery store for years, so I shop at that grocery store exclusively, and I do have friends at the grocery store. But it's not like everywhere you go, you're just gonna like just be friends with like the clerk, the person taking your order and stuff, right? Like you don't go to a restaurant and it's not like the waiter is gonna be like a friend of yours. You're just making buddies with them. Like it's cool to like go to the store and feel like a connection with like people too. It's a fun atmosphere. The whole culture of weed is just fun right now.
Well, it's like a small town vibe, right? Because like
it's just,
like
it's
I moved here from Nanaimo, which is 80,000 people.
Yeah.
And when I went out to eat, I would know the person who was taking my order.
Yeah.
And when I went anywhere, pretty much the places that I went, I generally knew people who were there, right?
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I went there.
Totally, yeah.
And so, but here in Winnipeg and in a bigger city, we're like, what, 850,000 people now? 820, something like that.
Yeah, around there.
Yeah.
You don't have that same connection, really.
Yeah.
But-
So I guess you see it as a small town. I see it as like the mom and pop environment. Like I walk into a shop where it's not just like, a million workers. It's like me and the person working there. And it's like, I'm not just gonna like not talk to the only person working here. We're the only two people in the store, right? It's like, you gotta talk, you gotta make friends. And like, they're working at the cannabis store. You're there because you love cannabis. It's like it's just immediately fun and like I don't know. I just love the environment, man. Just like yeah, small shops are great. Small shops are really great.
I love talking weed with people too.
Yeah, that's the thing, and like because like you go to like I don't want to call any shop out because like you know I got no problem with anyone, and they're all great, and I go to every shop in the city. I go to Tweed and Delta, you know, all the small ones. You know, there are a couple that I haven't been to, but it's not because I don't want to, just, you know, not in my neighborhood or whatever, right? But like, yeah, I think of like Tweed and like I go in there and like everyone is super willing to help you as far as like if you're looking around like the options and stuff, you know, they'll kind of come in like, hey, you need a hand with anything? But it is just like, it's a totally different environment than walking into a shop where it's like you're in a small room and it's like there's one person that works there and it's like you and like maybe 2 other customers. And it's just a small environment where everyone's just talking to each other. Today I was at the store and like as I was taking my order, like this lady behind me, like across the store looking at other counter, I guess overheard something that Haley had said. And she's just joined in the conversation. And now we're all just like, all 3 of us are talking in the store like we're all friends. And it's great, man. I don't know. It's just fun times. Yeah, I was in a good mood today too. I just had a good day.
That's killer. It's good times. It's a good community. It's yeah, I really like it. I like talking weed with people, and I like talking with people who are the kind of people who like to talk about weed.
Yeah, exactly. That's
And you,
so short way to put my huge long-winded rant. Yeah.
I had lots of time to figure it out, so no worries. I haven't found any more seeds, and you haven't smelt anything. I haven't smelt anything.
I haven't seen any pops or anything weird.
No, that's good.
No discretions in this weed. It looks fine.
I'm going to try the suck paper challenge here on this next baddie, and then also give it a listen and see what it's like.
We're down to our last 2 here. Maybe I'll smoke another cigarette right now, and then we'll... Yeah, you know what? I'm going to smoke another cigarette now. Whoa. Get no lights on me, yeah. Here, I'll turn my hat around again. Now that I showed it off, I'll turn it around. And make you do all this work over again.
Oh, it's looking good now. Yeah, I just had to reorient the light.
That's all right?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Cool. Perfect.
All right.
All right. So we're about that time now. We're getting into our last 2 joints. We're, man, it's been a really good...
It's been a good go. Been a good chat.
I told you it was going to be fine. You were kind of worried before we started this, saying we didn't have a big strain explain, and we're going to have to be really, like, kind of, talking more.
You know what I've realized?
Is that I talk a lot, and it's fine?
I don't necessarily know how to properly express the emotions that I'm feeling in my voice connotation when I put forth information. I wasn't concerned in the least.
Okay.
I was just wanting to let everybody know.
Yeah.
That it was just going to be kind of free ball.
Okay. I thought you were worried. I was never worried though.
But
yeah, like, we always just talk forever.
That's one great thing about this podcast is that I'm learning more and more about myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just a learning experience, man.
Same here.
But it's about that time now. We should get into our quick financial segment with James. Financials. Financials with James.
All right, so what we're dealing with here.
We nailed it. That was super good.
Yeah, loved it. So we are talking about a company that supports this weed brand, Lemon Margy, right? Or Margy Lemon. Which one was it?
Lemon Margy.
Lemon Margy.
Marge the Barge.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Margy Lemon.
I know. Silly me.
That's ridiculous. Yeah.
Silly me. So Delta 9 is supporting this. They've got a bunch of news here that I thought I'd highlight. They're based out of Winnipeg, Manitoba. Well, they have a lot of stores here. Net revenue of $13.2 million for the 3-month period ending March 31st, 2021, an increase of 12% from $11.8 million for the same quarter last year.
Hey.
Now, net revenue decreased, though, by 6%. Now, but we have gross profit, 3.7, so the numbers are heading higher. Gross profit heading higher.
So gross profit's higher, but revenue is lower.
Yeah, because of ongoing costs.
So revenue is what you're seeing at the end of it after paying everything.
If you look at a balance sheet.
Oh God, I feel like I'm getting to math now. I shouldn't have asked.
Yeah,
that.
no. Just this is good to talk about this.
Yeah, turn my brain on. Let's do it.
In a
I'm ready.
typical balance sheet, you have your gross and you have your net revenue. Gross revenue can be absolutely climbing, but if let's say they're lending more money, interest rates go up on them. Now their net revenue may be lower, even though their gross. So their gross revenue is like representative of sales.
Yes.
So their sales are growing. So
Yeah.
that's good news, right? But their business costs, their overhead.
Yeah.
for
Okay.
instance,
I got that.
going
That's kind of what I was asking. Yeah, I got you. Yeah.
There you go.
1 second here.
Got to pay more
please.
employees and stuff. You know.
Just stuck paper challenge.
Wow. It does it. I didn't.
Does
think,
it? It's slowly unrolling,
I didn't think it would.
but it did it. It definitely didn't do it as well as some other ones where I was like doing this and it didn't fall out. But
We've had some fall apart completely.
That was like I'd say that was like a 7.5 to 8 out of 10 for a stuck paper challenge.
We'll give it a little golf clap.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
nice.
that's exactly what it deserves. Sorry, James, carry on.
I want to take this moment just to educate people a little bit. So adjusted EBITDA. So that means earnings before interest, taxes, depreciation, and amortization. That's their overhead. So adjusted income, right? Dramatically different. 6.1199. So that says 6,199 for the 3-month period. So that's like, this is their overhead for a 3-month period, according to this website.
Wow.
Which I find actually kind of
Pretty
surprising. I don't believe that.
Astronomical, yeah.
Versus an adjusted EBITDA of 1.7 million for the 3-month period ending a year ago, right? So, okay, so that's good news. So if these this reporting is correct, boom, 6,200 versus 1.7 million in terms of overhead costs. That's good news. That's good news. And there's more blah, blah, blah. You know, you can like look up this on Yahoo Finance, people. I'm not going to talk all day about this kind of stuff, but like this company is seeing some growth and that is really cool. And I dig that.
Seeing huge growth by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Well, Delta is like kind of the predominant large store in like the city, I would say right now.
I hope they
You know what I
continue
mean
because
by
their
that?
shares.
Like there's like so many of them. Like I don't want to call them a chain. I guess they kind of are, but like that word feels tainted. That word feels bad.
They definitely are, but they're not a McDonald's. They're like a
That's
five.
what I mean.
They're like
You know,
a Five
it's
Guys.
a tainted word. It sounds bad if I call something a chain. You know?
I like
but
that.
It's a franchise, though. I guess, right?
Well,
Or no, they're independently. Like, I don't know anything
I think
about
they're local and they're
are.
semi-independent, but the way they've got it set up, it's like I can't think of an
They're kind
example.
of like they're kind of like the monopoly here in the city, though.
They're
As
like
far as,
like the Delta 9, you know.
exactly.
Yeah.
They are
That's the
locally
example.
owned.
They're the Delta 9 of the city for sure.
Yeah.
Their shares trade on the Toronto Stock Exchange.
And I like their stores though too. Like they're great stores.
I do too. I love the people who work there. The layouts are great.
Prices
The
are
menus
always-
work really well.
Prices are always really good too.
Yeah, you can definitely get budget stuff there. I've had good stuff. I've had like repetitively really good stuff for under $30 an eighth. You know, but the odd time I've also had a miss. But the staff always know what's up, and you know, I'll try and figure out. Like I always go and check and see what's in there just to see what's new.
I feel like the real misses are becoming fewer and farther between too.
Yeah. No,
It's
you're
not
not
just a matter
wrong.
of
You're not
like
wrong.
knowing what we're doing either. It's just you know we've seen the way the industry, the market has changed. We've seen that in like James's financial segments. We've talked about it here in the podcast before, but like there's definitely an industry shift right now moving towards, you know, if you're going to grow weed, if you're going to sell weed, if you're going to sell cannabis, it's got to be top shelf stuff. You have to sell quality. It's got to be exciting. It's got to be fun. It's got to be, this is, you know, we touched on the Monsanto thing last week or whatever. I think it was last week.
Yeah.
And like the reason this is not the same thing at all is like this is not a product like food where like we have to eat it. And some people don't even like that they have to eat. They're just like doing it because it's something that we have to fucking do. And there's going to the grocery store and getting cheap stuff so that they can like get their grocery shopping done and just, you know, but people don't care about like it's something you have to do. People don't give a shit about it anymore because it's just like it's just yeah, whatever. This is a luxury item. This is an item that you go buy at the store when like it's something that you don't have to do this, but you want to. And you don't want to do it poorly. You don't want to smoke bad weed.
Right.
And nobody does. You know, no one wants to go in and spend their money on something that's not quality. Why is that ever worth selling? No one's going to buy that. You know, this is a luxury item. People want good stuff. If you're an intermediate smoker, like a beginner smoker or advanced, doesn't matter. Like whatever your level is, you want to smoke good stuff. Mm-hmm. So you have like that's why we're seeing a change that way. You know, you have to grow it that way. You have to grow good stuff.
Yeah, it's really, really exactly that. And you have to at least like there is and there always will be a budget market.
Yeah.
But at least if you're shooting for the star, you might fucking fall at the moon, right?
Yeah.
That
Well, yeah,
bullshit.
but
and so there will always be like some budget stuff out there, but as long as people are trying to make the best stuff.
Yeah.
And always trying to push that.
Well, what I see is budget stuff. Like when I'm smoking like kind of like the discounted stuff in the stores, it's from my understanding, it's usually like, you know, it's still quality stuff that hasn't been like there's a grow defect. You know, it's small buds. They don't want to package it under like the actual name brand, or like you know the smell is off, or didn't you know the THC percentage is not what they want to advertise under their name brand. So they'll sell it under like you know like that's what I hear at least. I'm not sure if there's any validity to this, but I've heard like that's what like the TWD stuff at Tweed is and stuff is like. No, so it's not bad stuff. If those companies that are giving that stuff and selling it under a different name, if they're still trying to grow great quality stuff and it's just a little subpar, even the budget stuff can still be great stuff. Like the budget stuff that I smoke is not crap. And I guess that was my point before. Is just like you're not seeing a lot of garbage in the stores at all. Like it doesn't really matter what you buy anymore. Like unless you're buying really the cheapest stuff you can get, there's not a lot of bad options out there in stores.
I think even the cheap stuff, like I've maybe it's been 6 months since I tried like a Tweed Houndstooth or like one of those kind of things, right? And what I think it was, like, it didn't look bad or anything. It was a little small buds or whatever, but what I think was it was just a lacking of terpenes.
Yeah.
It just didn't have that same punch. It didn't have that same flavor. It kind of burnt okay, but if something has like, next to no terpenes, like we're tasting who knows what for terpenes right now, but we know what a 2.5 to a 3% terpene fresh kind of weed tastes like, right? And what it smells like. And none of that stuff ever does. It's just a little bit of a myth. And now it's not going to be anything that would be a health issue. It would never be, like a mold or a shit kind of issue like that.
Yeah.
And it's not going to be anything turned or spoiled by like pesticides, because that's the other good thing about doing small batch grows inside in these controlled environments, is that you're really able to keep the pests out, right?
Yeah.
If you're making your own clones and bringing them in when they're just tiny, then
Well, it's just like it's just bottom line is like nobody wants to pay for garbage, so people that are growing are clearly catching on to that, and like there's a lot of great stuff out there right now, man. Like the weed, like it's every time I walk into a store, I feel like there's brand new stuff on the shelves all the time.
Oh yeah, and more stuff with great packaging, like that nitrogen packed grump thing is going more and more.
That's got a nice little glisten to it, actually. That little resin there at the end of this joint I just lit up.
Yeah, that's
not bad at all.
Yeah, Maybe I'll give it a listen here.
Give it a listen. Yes.
A little bit of noise, but pretty steady static.
Yeah. Okay, I feel like we definitely cut off James's financial thing a little bit.
Is
here,
static good though? Is static good?
Well, steam is good, but consistency is also key.
Yeah.
So there can be a little bit more.
Bite to-
You know the difference
little bite
between
to
like
it,
a steam and a static, right? There's just a little.
Do I?
Okay.
Let me tell you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right.
I can tell you a story about steam and static. I'll save it for another podcast. But
Yes.
Nice.
Back to you in the studio, James.
So I just thought this was important for people to just hear, like to all the investors who are out there. Now, this is not investment advice, just reporting financials. So this is going back to Delta 9. The company reported earnings per share of minus 4 cents for the 3-month period ending March 31st, 2021. So that's the last reporting period. So that's the latest intel we have. However, the company reported a strong financial position with working capital of 20.7 million and total assets of 75 million. Now that is really great because if you just go down here, that allows, when they have working capital, it allows them to do this. Delta 9 announced the grand opening of 3 more cannabis retail stores since the beginning of 2021. Delta 9 has now 12 retail stores and with total of 9 in Manitoba, 2 in Alberta, and 1 in Saskatchewan. Remember, they're from Manitoba. The company plans to have up to 20 Delta 9 cannabis retail stores operating this year and has a long-term vision of opening many more Delta 9 branded retail stores across Canada. The corporate retail strategy is to offer the best selection of cannabis products, which you guys were talking about, premium flower at the lowest prices from the most popular cannabis manufacturers in Canada. So the partnerships are crazy. Now, going back to, and I'll just wrap this up super fast. We talked about balance sheets, right? So their revenue in Q1 2021, 13,227,000, blah, blah, blah. Gross profit, 2.951 million, right? Total operating expenses, 6.195 million and change, right? Income loss from operations, 3.244 million. Net income loss, almost 4 million. Now, the previous quarter is net income loss, almost 3.2 million. Almost 5.5 million in like Q3 2020. So that would be August, September, October, January, February. No. Sorry.
Be the
totally
fall,
got that wrong.
Right around the
I'm
fall.
totally hot
End
boxed.
of summer in the fall.
Yeah, I'm totally hot boxed.
in the summer,
It's
in
officially
the
happening.
fall,
Yeah.
End of summer in
Anyways,
the fall.
no one even knows it all.
So they lost a little more money in this last quarter than the quarter before. However, they've been paying down debt and they have 20.7 million in capital, working capital. That means that's the other side of the balance sheet. That's what they can spend on whatever projects they're doing. Okay. And they have that float. It's their float, right? And yeah, total assets of 75 million. And so if they're leveraging that properly, and that's the last of my financial segment, if they're leveraging it properly, they're going to be fine. Now, their shares are currently priced at 48.5 cents a share as of market close today. And their top share price was like $1.30. So they're still way beyond their top ever share price, but they've been around for a while. And when I'm looking at this intel here, I'm feeling like, you know what? I'm feeling belief in the company, and
Yeah,
I'm
me
going to
too.
still hang on to my shares.
I know a lot of those like negatives don't sound good, but it seems like it seems pretty positive though in the long run.
There's good news here. Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, that's it. I'm done.
That was the financial segment with James. Financials
with James.
Huzzah!
That was awesome. Okay, what's up, everybody? This episode of The Eighth Estate is brought to you by High on Life Superfoods. High on Life Superfoods is the leading provider of the most biologically available, hemp-based, vegan-friendly, essential nutrient-rich supplements on the market. These are supplements designed for industry professionals, musicians and whatnot, up and comers, or really just anybody that wants to improve their mental and physical well-being. Yeah, so we keep a couple of their products here in the studio all the time just because they're great to have around. The Deadly Disinfectant is awesome. We love their Vitamin Mineral Fruit and Greens. Their Woke bars, their Woke Energy bars are just awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, these guys are just great, man. Great Canadian company off the West Coast in BC. Check them out. If you check them out right now and use the promo code EEVP10 at checkout, you can actually get 10% off their entire store, which is a pretty great offer, man. So go check them out. Check out their store. They got lots of cool things available up there. And yeah, don't forget to use the promo code EEVP10 at checkout and get 10% off your entire order. Be special. Get high on life. Back to the episode.
And we're back.
So one thing we were talking about, I kind of mentioned before, I'm not sure if it was on camera or off camera at this point anymore, but so this is a Delta 9 microcultivator, this Prairie Trichomes.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys were talking to us a little bit about what that really meant and what Delta 9 is doing for small business, I guess small entrepreneurs who want to get their foot in the door with these grow pods. And yeah, we finally found some stuff up here. So let's talk about these grow pods a little bit because I find this really, really freaking cool.
Yeah, throw this up for the people to see there, James.
What's up?
Perfect. You're the best, man. So these sea cans are being repurposed. I've worked on these before, repurposing them into different things. Like I'm talking about a sea can, not the Delta 9
I got
pods.
you. Yeah.
Back in my welding and metal fab days. In fact, I worked on one at a huge outdoor site.
Yeah.
Where they made explosives.
Nice.
They made like TNT and dynamite for like excavation and road building and shit. And it was wild.
That's awesome.
And so there was all this procedure that I had to go through, signing in and all that, getting a hot work order.
Yeah.
Like you weren't allowed to light a cigarette within like it was hundreds of acres.
Yeah.
Right. They had to have everything back so far just in case it blew up so that like nobody around them would get fucked up, right?
That's so
yeah,
cool.
it was crazy fucking life. The guys who worked there, like old timers,
Yeah.
who had been working there their entire lives, just mixing bombs and blowing shit up for fun, right? But yeah, these sea cans are really cool to repurpose into all kinds of stuff. I've seen all kinds of mini homes, all kinds of different things made out of them.
Yeah, it wasn't a sea can. I knew a friend. I used to work with him in a butcher shop who had a home out of it was a boxcar, I think. Like a little train boxcar, right?
Yeah.
They're basically the same thing, yeah.
Yep. And these can go on a semi truck or on a boxcar.
Yep.
I think the train ones are a little bit longer, maybe like 10 or 12 feet longer, and sometimes a little bit higher. But essentially the same thing, right? And they're really easy to insulate, to do different things. And so Delta 9 figured out to standardize making these grow pods. So the Delta 9 grow pods are 320 square foot steel shipping containers that have been repurposed to support any growing methodology. They're modular, scalable, and stackable, allowing companies to grow vertically on multiple floors.
So cool.
Yeah. More than 30 employed contractors, engineers, and electricians fabricate each grow pod to Health Canada's standards. The pods are then customized for flowering, trimming, cloning, research, testing, support, and storage. So cool.
Yeah,
so
man.
cool. So if you want to be a provider, if you want to do the shit on the legitimate for real for the rest of your life,
on the legitimate for real.
Then they
That's the only way I want to conduct any business going forward is on the legitimate for real. Sorry, go on.
For realsies,
okay.
baby.
I'm glad you pointed that out. Oh fuck. That was legitimate for real.
That was legitimate for real. That was
so
dope.
yeah, these things you can just sign up and they'll check you out and then drop these off at your site. You set them up however you want. You set up your whole operation however you want. Link them up. Set them up for doing your different kind of grows or your rotating of crops, all kinds of different stuff.
Yeah.
It's really neat. Yeah, it's just super cool, man.
Can you set it up vertically?
That's right. You can totally set it up vertically.
Holy
Yeah,
smokes.
ladders, fireman's poles, ropes. Yeah,
Ropes.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
Lots of ropes, pulleys.
rope swings,
Right. Yeah.
like for going up and down, right?
Yeah.
If they're
Def-
vertical.
yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah, it's killer.
Stairs.
It's very, very cool.
That's so cool though.
It's a really good idea. I've heard that you can get these sea can containers extremely cheap if you buy a lot of them.
So you have to
And
buy it, right? That's part of the deal.
I believe
the deal?
I believe it's a purchase thing because you're setting it up inside however you want. But I don't know. Maybe they do it on a lease.
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, it all depends on, I guess, the financial backing
But-
of Delta 9
Yeah.
and how much, if they want to make money and what model they're looking at, right?
I guess yes. I guess so. How seriously the grower's taking it and how, yeah. But yeah, if you want to do it legit on the legitimate for real, yeah, that's really cool, man. Like anyone, I guess not anyone. You can't. Yeah, I don't know. Not anyone, but
Anyone the government will let grow weed.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, within reason. The average Joe Schmo, the average Beau can
Go grow.
go grow. Totally.
Yeah.
So it appears that it's a licensing thing. They don't explain it, though. The Delta 9 team provides unmatched after-sale support. We can consult on your business strategy, offer licensing support, facilitate site design, create security plans, provide training, and help you develop quality assurance SOPs.
Systems
Yeah,
of practice.
Yes.
So it's not just a grow pod. You're like they're gonna work with they work with you.
If
Yeah.
you want them to.
Yeah.
And
They
here's
offer-
the
yeah,
here's
right.
the thing. The more you work with them, the more likely you are to be like
Successful.
given the thumbs up by
Yeah.
the powers that be, right?
Yeah. Yeah, because I guess you could technically do this and just grow for yourself.
In some places,
In some
if
places,
you want
not
to just
here.
set it up and do
You-
4 plants or whatever,
Yeah.
or you could have it dropped off and do all the other stuff yourself if you wanted to be an independent
Yeah.
craft producer, right? You could get the grow pod, I guess,
Yeah.
and be like, see you later. But I mean, that's kind of like buying, and there are people who do this who know a lot about cars, and they'll buy a really nice car straight from the factory and then go and do all kinds of stuff to it that completely voids the warranty.
Yeah.
And they're saying to the company, no, I got this, I've got a better idea of what I want to do with this, and I want to do some pretty abstract shit that you're probably not down with. So I could see that
Being a thing too,
flying
yeah.
with this too.
People want to get crazy with it.
Yeah.
Check this out.
Checking it out.
This unit, this modular cannabis cultivation grow pod can produce up to 40 kilograms of cannabis
Unit?
each year. So that'd be around 100 pounds, close to 100 pounds, 94 pounds, I think. Or it's 2.2 times 40, so that's 84.
What is
84
what
pounds.
is 90 pounds? What?
40 kilograms.
40 kilograms, I think, is 84 pounds.
Oh, it can produce. Okay, I thought you meant the pod was 90 pounds, and I was like, that is so fucking crazy. That is not accurate at all.
Yeah, that's how much it produces. Yeah.
I've seen lots of sea cans, and I've never seen one made out of an element that weighed 90 pounds.
I'm just going to tell you guys, I'm a scientist, and there's no way that
Exactly.
a sea can
I
could
do
weigh 90
study
pounds.
science.
That's a very rusted out sea can.
Perfect.
If it's 90 pounds.
No doubt,
90
right? No doubt.
pounds.
Well, you
Okay.
welded those kinds of things, right? You said?
Well, yeah, they were thin metal, but they were structurally sound in all the corners.
Mm-hmm.
And even if you packed up all the sheet metal and packed it up, or stacked it up, it would probably be, I don't know, maybe 300 pounds for just maybe.
With the weight of a sea can?
No, I'm just talking about like just the sheet
I was gonna say 'cause
sections.
you're still off. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, the
Like a
floor,
weight, yeah.
like just all the weight from a sea can though is essentially in the floor and the corners, right?
Yeah.
And the points where they've got like rigging hooked up. It's a frame, and then they just wall it in with like that corrugated stuff. is really the reason it's that shape is because it's really light material and it's really thin, and every time you bend it, you make it stronger, right? For side impact and all that kind of stuff. So they can use really lightweight material and get away with thin metal and still have it have strength.
Crazy. This is really
that
cool
crazy.
though, guys. Like when you get your flowering unit, this is just too cool. I gotta keep going here. It's so cool. It often pays itself for itself after 3 to 4 harvests. It's equipped with technology to automate irrigation, fertigation, light, temperature, air movement, and CO2. It's also completely secure with access controlled doors and security cameras. But it does say you have to pay. It did say that.
As far as growing options go, like aeroponics or hydroponics or soil, like whatever your grow method is, does this accommodate to all of them, or like the way it says that it's already rigged to help your grow cycle? Is it set up to do one style of grow and that's it?
Do
Do you know what I mean?
I do know what you mean, and I think that you have the option of various designs, because earlier I remember it saying that you could set it up how you want to grow.
Okay.
It did say that, yeah.
And they've got a thing. Scroll up again and let me see just what they say the microcultivator partners are. See that line of right below the information, microcultivation
Right there,
partners?
right there,
yeah,
right
just
there.
leave that right there, please. So yeah, I've because you can
Cypress-
those colada joints that we like, those pre-rolls.
I knew I recognized
And
the name.
I've had some stuff from them that's really good, and some stuff that was okay. I had some stuff from them that was a sativa. I can't remember what it was called, but it was like purple black, like the buds.
Yeah.
It was so
Sorry, my headphones are all tangled up here.
no, it was so bizarrely colored. I had it at the jam space.
Yeah.
And it didn't smoke that great, but the high was really good.
Okay. Did I
and-
see that? That sounds familiar.
I think I might have shown it to you.
Yeah, the purple black.
The Cypress Craft.
We're familiar with
that
the
was
Mandarin
the very,
cookies.
very first episode, the very first pilot
Oh, what a
was
That's
that
true.
Mandarin
what a
cookies.
flash!
Yeah.
What a great time that was. Remember the pilot? How young we were back then.
Yeah.
I still had all my hair.
Parkland Flower. Nope. Ahasuina Green. I have not.
Nope.
Vigor Life. I think I've seen, but I
Never tried
No,
it.
I'm thinking of Figure. That's different. Haven't smoked them, nor have I smoked Paradise. Prairie Craft.
Paradise. I feel like I may have.
Okay.
I possibly have. It's a maybe for me.
Prairie Craft, I haven't. Prairie Trichome, that's what we're doing right now.
Hell yeah.
Dry Island, I haven't. 4th Gen, I think I have. The Last Leaf, I
Maybe.
think.
That's another maybe for me, Jeff. James, put me down as a maybe.
Oh, I think
Copy that.
the Last Leaf might be. No, that's One Leaf that I'm thinking of. That was in the Grump container.
Yeah.
that
Oh, one leaf or top leaf.
One Leaf. Top
Mm-hmm.
Leaf was the Oregon Golden Goat stuff.
Right.
This was stuff that I got just to check out a new provider, and it was pretty good. But it was like it was way too heavy for the podcast.
Did I get one leaf? I got a Grump container last time I was with you at Bazam. I think it was Bazam. Might have been Cottontail even.
I think it was from Cottontail.
It was the Muskoka.
Yeah, the Muskoka.
Yeah,
How was that?
that was really good. I got another thing in the same kind of. I'm always gonna call it the Grump container because it's the first one I saw. But you're seeing them pop up a lot. So I got another one today, and it was. I want to say it was like one leaf or top leaf or something along those lines. Does one leaf do that container?
Yes.
It
Yes.
was probably one leaf. Oh, it was the animal mints.
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah, that's the exact one, the animal mints.
Yeah, we've had, and you had that one before,
Yes,
right?
yes,
I knew
that's
I'd seen it.
exactly
I
what it
shouldn't have
was.
gotten that one. There's another one that I hadn't tried, and yeah, she just gave me so many options. I got so I was like, I don't even know anymore. By the end of it, I was like, they all sound good. Give me this one, this one, and this one. But I opened
Yeah,
one.
that's the one leaf animal mints there for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah, I got that today. Yeah,
Yeah.
one of a couple things. I spent way more money. It's just like grocery shopping for me. When I go in, I like know exactly what I'm going to spend, and then I consistently spend like pretty much twice what I want to spend.
Christmas shopping.
I'm really happy actually with how my grocery shopping's been doing and how much I haven't been ordering skip.
You know what I've been doing? I'm getting just into the habit because like I work just outside the city. It's like I got to drive back in. I'm getting to the habit now of like on the weekend maybe do a big shop every other weekend just to have like certain things like stock up on like items like pantry shit. But just stopping after work real quick for like 10 minutes and just grabbing a couple things to like go home and make a meal.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It just feels really good. You get like something super fresh. Just a couple of things. You spend like $10-15 maybe. And like you go home and then you gotta like spend, I don't know. I feel like that's good for me too. Like getting into a routine.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I drink a lot if I'm not like doing anything around the house, especially during like all the craziness of the last couple years here now.
Yeah, not being able to go out, not playing music, all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
it feels really great to just like, it just feels good to have that routine, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and yeah, it's just like a great way to like eat. Like very conscious of what I'm putting in my body, and like not saying that I eat the greatest, but
this recomp thing is going to be good. I should show you a picture that I took.
The body recomp.
Yeah. It's the worst lighting.
I guess I need to take a before picture. Yeah.
Pretty bad. It's pretty bad.
I got my before picture is going to be pretty gross too.
Yeah.
My after picture might also still be pretty gross, to be honest.
Yeah. It's got the worst fucking body. Like,
I've been doing push-ups though, man. I'm feeling good. I think it's why I was in such a good mood today when I showed up.
Yeah, getting those endorphins.
I think it's just because I'm just
activating
exercising
the heart and all
a little bit. Like I'm not doing a lot. I'm not gonna lie to people and be like I'm on a workout routine. Like I'm barely taking care of myself. But even barely taking care of yourself apparently feels pretty damn good. Yeah.
Well, you are gardening, for instance, so that's great.
Yeah.
You're raising plants, and
Actually,
you're gonna eat them plants.
My garden is doing like awesome right now.
Nice.
Yeah, my spinach is going crazy. It looks so good.
Right on.
Love it. Love to hear that.
When I have a harvest, I'll bring a bunch of vegetables in for the podcast, and I'll show them off to everyone.
Cocktail party.
You guys can eat the vegetables.
We'll make like a stir fry.
Are vegetables keto friendly?
Yes, but spinach. I recently found out, and I was just loosely paying attention. But the guy in the YouTube video there with the information was saying that unless you like saute the spinach, it's not that great for you.
Really?
Yeah, you gotta break it down, change it, structure it a little bit by like sauteing or steaming or cooking it or something. And the raw stuff, if you juice it, if you like put it in a blended drink, if that breaks it down too.
Yeah.
But you gotta do something to it.
Break it down
like that. Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's true or not either, but I've heard that carrots are also better for you when they're cooked, and the only vegetable really for you that's actually healthier when it's been cooked. Apparently.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if there's truth to that. That's the part I'm not sure if there's truth to.
It's like that kind of like food cooking and the way it changes and that kind of science is definitely new information to me.
Yeah.
Like when I found out about resistant starches, it was just like mind blowing. That's a whole like fucked up thing.
Check this out, guys. While eating vegetables raw often allows for the best nutrient retention, lightly cooking spinach actually enhances the bioavailability of a number of nutrients, including vitamin A, E, protein, fiber, zinc, calcium, and iron. Some of the carotenoids,
nice.
new one, also became more absorbable.
Bioavailability.
Yeah, go to my type there, please.
And on
Bioavailability is the one thing that you can count on getting from High on Life Superfoods. Go to highonlifesuperfoods.com, use the promo code EEVP10 at checkout for 10% off the entire site. What's that, Bo?
Be great. Get high on life.
Woo-wee!
And we're back.
Love it.
That was great. That was great.
This is so fun. I love being here with you boys. This
Me
is a great
too.
weed. I'm getting into my last joint. I'm done.
This is, you know what this is? This is almost like the Aurora MK Ultra all over again.
In what way?
This stuff looks better, but it doesn't particularly taste great. It doesn't burn especially special, but the high of it is so great. It's one of these ones that by really spending time with it, like I'm really falling in love with it. And the original episode, the MK Ultra, was very much like that too. You know, it kind of looked like garbage, you know, and it didn't really burn that great at first until it got hot. And this is that same stuff. But look at how good that color is on the end of that joint.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Just so pure, so nice. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I don't know where you read it. It must have been on the Prairie Trichomes page where we were doing kind of our strain explain, where it mentioned something about being a great sunny summer afternoon weed or something like that.
That's right.
I think that was here.
On the Delta 9 page, maybe?
Yeah.
I was thinking about that during the bathroom break and how perfect that is in the sense that, like, remember we were saying too in the beginning how, like, when we were coughing, it didn't feel like a heavy smoke in our throat. It kind of came out of nowhere. To me, it's a very light smoke, not light in potency, because, like you said, the high is so awesome.
Mm-hmm.
The high is great, but it doesn't feel like a heavy smoke. Do you ever smoke in like the hot sun and like smoking just becomes like hard, especially like a really dense smoke? This is the perfect summertime sunny afternoon. If I was like at a festival or like camping somewhere and like out in the sun and wanted to smoke weed, this is a go-to.
Yeah.
Because like it doesn't sit heavily with you. It's so light, but it's got such a great uplifting high. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking now because of the hot, like summertime.
Yeah.
Smoking weed, especially on the West Coast in the summertime when it gets really hot for like that 1 week or whatever. The humidity is so high that you can't even really smoke a joint outside because it's like you're smoking it in the shower.
Yeah.
You know, it just gums up so quickly.
Yeah.
And it's like smoking it in the dead of winter too, where it's so cold and your breath is like kind of almost clogging it up.
Yeah.
There's those two extremes, right? But this stuff, as far as the flavor, as far as all those other aspects, it would be great for that.
Yeah. So I love this one. I'm gonna get into my last joint here. Should we do a premature Blage rating getting into it? There's no Leafly, so we can't do a write up at the end.
That's right. Yeah.
Maybe we'll save the Blage rating for the very end then. What's up, everybody? I just want to take a quick second and talk to you all about a really cool company here in the city called Bazam. Bazam. That's BZAM or BZAM, depending on where you're from and how you like to pronounce that letter. But this is a really, really great cannabis company, great store here in the city, man. They're a BC company with a location here in Corden. I'm not sure if you're aware, but Corden is actually their only brick and mortar location. So the only place you can walk into a Bazam is right here in Winnipeg. It's pretty awesome stuff. They have a real focus on craft producers. They actually told us when we went there that they have the largest selection of local craft cannabis. They pride themselves on having reasonable prices, and they have some really great house brands as well. They have Ness, Tabletop. There is a Bazam line as well, which is really, really incredible. Go check these guys out, man. They're awesome. They're friends of ours. We love them so much. Bazam down on Corden. Drive down the Corden strip there. You're not going to miss it. They're a really, really poppin' little shop. Stop in. Tell them that Bo and Jeff sent you. See what they say. Back to the episode. And we are back.
I didn't even know we had gone anywhere, really.
Did we go anywhere?
I don't know. Are we traveling through time and space again?
Moving pretty fast. I don't know. We got to break this down a little bit more. So Blade J rating, there's no Leafly, so we got to...
That's right. We got to do our own
little thing
break
here. We can't even put it on the internet. We're just going to write down or just talk it out. I'm going to write stuff down because I like writing stuff down.
Yeah, you can be the recorder.
I'm deputy notebook. I gotta.
That's right.
Deputy notebook.
Do my part here. I'll use my awesome tweed pen that lights up. Can you get get my camera there?
Check it.
That's pretty cool.
I see it.
And that's what I say, man. Like tweed, like canopy growth,
Great merch.
Great merch. I fucking love their merch. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
their logo. You know, I was using the word like tweed, like, oh yeah, I got some of those tweed pants off you,
Yeah.
like, you know, way back in the day. And yeah, it's great. It's fucking great. Yeah, props to Tweed and their merchandising.
Yeah. But okay, if I'm rating this weed though, I mean it's. Can you look up their website one more time too? The Prairie Trichomes. Did I get that right? Yeah, Prairie Trichomes website. I don't know why I thought that was wrong. It sounded so weird coming out of my mouth.
Remember, they didn't have much of a strain explained.
Yeah,
So
No, they didn't
Is
at
there,
all.
is there not much else to their website than either, eh?
not
They've
too
got a
much.
thing where you can shop online from their stores in Neepawa and Gimli and
Okay.
stuff, but they didn't have this strain even on there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
So,
Yeah, I
yeah.
was wondering if I could remember if their
It's too
website was
bad.
like really cool because the Zam website was like super exciting.
I mean, their online shopping experience is pretty cool. They've got lots of stuff available in their stores.
Yeah.
But this stuff wasn't exactly. I searched it before and I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, last one.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
We've come a long way. But yeah, so this one's been it's been a lot of fun, man. This is a good one.
Yeah, it's definitely one that I want to keep in my normal rotation.
Yeah.
You got a rotation?
I don't know why I'm hesitant on this one. I love it so much. It's such a great high. And I don't know why I'm like, I don't know.
Blade J scale. What do you think?
I do have a rotation too, James. Right now I've got 3 weeds at the rehearsal space.
Okay.
One of them's a CB skunk haze. One of them is the sage and sour, which I want to bring on here.
Nice.
And one of them is the RC Dukem. And yeah, as one goes, I bring another in and that kind of thing. But yeah, a good regular rotation.
And RC Dukem, you guys, we had an episode about RC
did,
Dukem.
yeah.
Yeah, and it was one of the all times.
Yeah.
Yeah, one of the all time
man,
greats.
a man after my own heart.
Yeah.
I love the Dukem. It's one of my favorites.
So your rotation.
I don't
yeah,
have a rotation. I'm currently on like an exploratory route. Every time I walk into a shop, I'm like I lose interest in things that I've smoked even one time before.
Yeah.
Not because they're not good, but I'm just on like I just want to try. I just want to see what's new. That's the thing I was saying before about when I walk into shops now is I feel like every time I walk in, there's new stuff out there, and I know I'll never keep up with all of it, but I just want to keep exploring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that Bonify brand from Cottontail that's in the bags.
I vaguely remember it. I don't really.
I don't
remember.
think you got any. I've
didn't
gotten
get
it a
it. No, I
couple of
didn't get it,
times.
yeah.
It's really good. You should definitely check it out. I think you'd like it for new things. And they've got a bunch of different strains that I haven't tried yet.
Okay.
Some blueberries. I think they've got one called Darkest Side of the Moon or something
Nice,
like
yeah,
that. And
okay.
like there's some neat stuff
The
out there.
dank side of the moon.
The dankest side of the moon. Yeah, that would be good.
That would be good.
Yeah, that could be our weed strain
That
one
must
day.
be done. Someone
The
must have come
dankest
up-
side of the moon.
Someone.
Yeah,
Someone-
bring it up, James.
the
Put
dark
in
side-
the
the-
dankest
Not even no dank.
side of the
It should be
moon.
dank side of the moon, because that's the album is dark side of the moon. not
Yeah, the
Darkest.
dank side of the moon for sure. You got it.
That's got to be something. Yeah, totally.
That's an IPA. Wow, it's a beer.
I feel like I may have even had that at some point actually.
I think I have as well, actually.
I think.
Oh, wait,
I think
there's-
I've seen it in stores.
Looks like
maybe.
there's multiple breweries making a beer called
Doing the same
Dank Side
thing.
of the Moon. Yeah,
You're right. You're right.
That's one thing I love. Like, I'm not even a big drinker, but in Ontario, the grocery stores, the superstore, all that kind of stuff have like an entire, like, you know how big the freezer aisle is here, right? They've got an entire row like that of one can, like, tall boys of like craft beers.
Oh,
Yeah,
And
that's
all the
good.
and oh, it's amazing.
That's the
It's
way it should be.
amazing.
Yeah.
And then if you want to get a case of Heineken or whatever bullshit, then you can do that stuff too, right?
Yeah.
And it's like pretty inexpensive. But touring out there, that was one thing. We'd always go to a grocery store to get our food for the night or for a couple of days or whatever.
And your tall
if we were
boys.
staying at like a Airbnb
Yeah.
or whatever, and then I'd grab 1 or 2 or 3 beers for after the show. I'm like, if I am gonna do a beer, the darker the better, the more nutty the better.
Oh,
like
really?
the best beer that I've ever had was a chestnut winter ale from a Whistler Brewing Company.
Nice.
And it was in these little stubby glass bottles. So fucking good. Found it on the road once, and then again while I was out with Patrick Alexander. Shouts out to Patrick Alexander. He's not watching. That was out in Penticton, and they were actually, it was the place that we were playing at, and we were staying at this apartment like one building over and upstairs.
I was going to say, I got a buddy in Penticton, actually.
Oh, okay, right on.
Same here.
Justice Hickman. Shout out Justice. He's
Nice,
also not
nice.
watching this.
Okay. And they asked us if we wanted any drinks, and I said, yeah, those chestnut ales, like, can I have one of those? And they said, actually, we just took them off our menu because it was like springtime, right? And the
Yeah.
winter stuff was done. And so they were like, do you want all of them? We've got 7 left. And they just
Ooh.
fucking gave them to us. That place is so great.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah. But the dank side of the moon weed strain would be the way. Dark side of the moon conspiracy. Oh, Jesus Christ. I decided today that we're gonna do an alien chemdog strain at some point in time, and I'm gonna really prep some wild shit for.
Nice. Let's do it. I actually almost bought Alien Chem today.
Because there's some wild shit coming out, and a lot of people saying a lot of different stuff. And
But the aliens dropping soon or whatever. Right?
the aliens dropping soon. But then also, I've heard some. I'll get the videos and stuff like that. But I've heard crazy shit from different people on coming from different approaches and different backgrounds about why things might just appear as like almost like a projection, or these things might be holograms. And one side is from like the flat earther conspiracy theory, total crazy person side, and the other person's like a physicist, right? And a total like science geek. And they're totally unrelated. And the way the science geek explains it, if these aliens are extra dimensional, not extraterrestrial. Remember when I was talking about the paper?
I follow you. Yeah,
It was-
I know.
it was-
I
it
totally
was-
know what you mean. Yeah.
It was that girl and a woman, and she was saying that the way they come in and out like that, if it's extra dimensional, they'll end up just appearing as a projection. Essentially, they are just a projection from another dimension. And they might show up at just like a projection and have a lot of the same qualities, where maybe they can't take fire from,
Yeah.
weapons and whatever. And then that made my mind go, well, fuck, the conspiracy theorists over here have been saying that they're planning a fake alien invasion and that they're going to use projections and holograms to do it. They're just going to go fucking crazy if through actual realistic science that's what happens, but it just happens to have some characteristics of their harebrained scheme. I'm just thinking, oh man, how would that like?
And madness ensues.
That's exactly, and madness ensues, and everybody just sits back and watches the chaos.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, for the alien chemdog, I want to put like those two different things side by side and kind of explore them a little bit more. I think that's some pretty hilarious
I
correlation.
feel that should be clear too, because we've had people comment on it. I'm not a huge conspiracy theorist myself,
Do you guys want to
but I
hear one?
love hearing about this stuff and talking about it and thinking about it too. Like I'm always interested in this stuff.
Yeah, me too.
How much of it I buy into is like,
I'm exactly the same way, but when
I'm a pretty rational person.
When I
Yeah.
hear that there's a whole bunch of people out there that believe this crazy fucking thing, I gotta laugh and shake my head and go, well, I have to look at this and see how ridiculous it is. The more ridiculous it is, the better. It's like comedy for me. The best stand-up comedy that I like is the most ridiculous stuff, right? Yeah. And I'm not buying into the conspiracy theories saying that they're true. When I talk about them, I'm saying like there just happens to be a bunch of people out there that think this, and isn't that wild?
A lot of it's fascinating.
That's the fucking wild thing.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's wild.
And you'll see that there's correlation between multiple different conspiracy theories or thoughts that multiple different conspiracy theorists have, where they're not even like buddies or talking about the same thing, but they have the same overlapping views. I find that really intriguing, and how some people can just go so hard that there's just like such a lack of questioning, right? Mm-hmm. But it's so one-sided. Just like people who only watch the news. And if you haven't heard it on the news, it isn't legitimate. It must not be legitimate. I haven't heard them say it on the news yet. Yeah. When I hear it on the news, I'll know it's good. You know, like both camps are just as preposterous. And the fact that those people exist and all the things that they believe, it's like somebody slipping on ice. It's just fucking great to see.
Yeah, it's awesome.
On the dark side of the moon, slipping on the ice.
Slipping on the dank side of the moon, baby.
Alien hunters believe they have found 100% indisputable proof that extraterrestrials are living and have built cities on the dark side of the moon.
Oh, go up and let's see what the date is on this article.
Published May 18th, 2020. So it's a year ago.
Okay.
Yeah, this is a whole
day.
We got so much, there's so much, like, new stuff coming out right now,
I think Ancient Aliens had, like, at least 3 episodes talking about, like, alien megastructures on the moon and all that kind of stuff. And, yeah.
And, look at these pictures. Is that a megastructure or what?
It looks like a bad Photoshop to me.
Yeah, totally.
It looks like complete bullshit.
Yeah, that could be true.
This is the kind of thing that makes me think that there's just as much information out there to make people who believe in this kind of stuff seem crazy as there is to like make the facts like proven.
The image is from ET database. I mean.
Well, take a look at this picture very closely. Now, look at the shadow behind what you say is photoshopped, okay? The bases or whatever. Take a look at it now. I agree with you. I think it's a bad Photoshop because the shadows don't add up. Look at the shadows. That's where it doesn't add up. That looks like totally...
It all just looks stupid.
Is it just the shadows or is it all of it? You know what really grabs my eyes? What really grabs my eyes is the viral video of quote-unquote alien walking down street, vexes UFO hunter. Aliens are getting closer. Let's see what that's all about because this is bullshit.
Yeah, this one's going to be not bullshit for sure.
Oh yeah, I know. This is Express, home of the Daily and Sunday Express.
Sunday Express, home
is this a UK paper? Oh, look at that guy's teeth. It's definitely UK.
There's a lot of butt models on here, so I think it's probably legit. Look at this.
Oh wow!
Whoa,
look at that!
No.
No. Go up. Let's see that. Let's see that. The viral video of an alien. I'm pretty sure at the back there you can see his hair coming out from behind the mask that he's wearing over top of the one-piece long underwear.
But hey, come on! This is a close-up though. Look at that alien. That's a close-up.
That's dope. That looks really cool.
That's not too bad. And I bet you could do that, with a $500 computer. Like you probably wouldn't even need a really good processor.
Can we go up a little bit? Go up a little bit? No, down again to that text right there. People are assuming it to be an alien. What is that word?
Alien AIT.
Oh.
I don't know what that means.
Advanced interdimensional
terpene.
Terpene.
Yeah.
This doesn't make sense. People are assuming it to be an alien. AIT actually could be, comma.
What actually? Oh yeah, this is man.
This is the best.
I see shit like this, and I just go, "Is this even a person? Is this like early AI trying to write news stories, and it's like a bot just system being run of misinformation and bullshit?"
It might be.
Well, here's the thing
designed to take up all of people's times and just spin them out of control.
I have a theory about what this is about. Look at all the ads, right, on the sides and stuff. Now, this is clickbait, and they're just trying to get...
No.
This is total clickbait, and they're just trying to get our information from wherever country they're from.
I just don't see it.
Yeah.
Wait, go down again. Go down. Go down.
I mean,
go down.
it's
Go down.
it's the only screen that we've been on in forever that hasn't told us that there's cookies. So I mean, they're obviously not just stealing our information, right?
Yeah, totally. Scroll down a little bit more. Play this one. The video has become the talk of the town. People are assuming it to be an alien, and it actually could be. This is
Keenly
They're using the
observe
word
the
keenly again.
13th second of the video. A red Lapros wing UFO flying with jangling sound. Okay, turn the audio on there on the board and crank that fader up. Yeah, both buttons depressed, please.
depress both buttons.
Depress both buttons. And let's show this in the
Check.
picture in picture. Let's see this shit out. I want to hear this jangle.
Looks like an alien to me, man.
I don't hear anything.
It's cranked.
Oh, there's the alien.
I didn't hear anything.
I don't hear anything either. For the 13th second. I don't know. Is that about now?
No, we passed it.
Yeah, I don't think the sound was coming through.
I couldn't hear it either.
Wow. Really cool video, though.
Oh, I don't think the channel is turned on. The yellow light at the very, very top of the channel needs to be on, like the microphone channels.
Oh, there we go.
Okay, back this up. Let's try it again.
Yeah, maybe the jangle exam will convince me it's real.
Like one guy on the bike almost hit him. That sounds like thunder.
This is so bullshit.
Yeah, this is...
I don't know, man.
I heard some thunder. I think this is bullshit.
Anyways.
Yeah, no, that's obviously bullshit.
All right.
All right.
Ooh, Nostradamus 2021. Three
We're
predictions that came true. Is coronavirus the fourth?
Are we gonna go down this rabbit hole now? Just watching crazy shit.
No, I'm just totally joking about that.
Yeah, I know. I'm just joking too.
Please close this, erase my browser history.
Yeah.
And in fact, we'll just burn that laptop because it's probably full of all kinds of shit now.
And never air this episode. Congratulations, we're done.
Yes. Lost file number 2.
Number 2.
So Blade Jays out of what Blade Jays?
Yeah, you're almost done.
I'm like just nursing the end of it here, waiting for you to catch up.
I know where I am for the Blade Jays. You want me to kick it off?
Yeah, you kick it off. I'm a little behind you. I haven't really decided yet.
I'm saying an 8.5. 8.5 Blade Jays. It's good, and it's very good, and it's almost great. But it's not, and that's okay. The price point was nice. It's a really good, nice sativa smoke. Everything about it is fantastic. And if the high wasn't so good, it would be down in the 7th somewhere, right?
Yeah, 100% agree.
It is very much like that Aurora, but at the same time, you know, I've got a tiny bit of a headache creeping in. I've never had that from any of the other strains we've done.
Yeah.
And it's not. Maybe it could be from something else, but yeah, it's just You know, it's good. I like it. It's really, really good in cocktails. That's where it shines.
Yeah.
And for something like when I'm fucking around at the jam space and smoking, I really like this weed because I can just have a few hits of it, and it'll just have it in my mouth and it'll go out. And then at the end of the song, fire it up again. I have a few more hits, and then I put it out, and it's just like for that, it's perfect.
Kind of works in your favor.
Yeah,
after
yeah.
It goes out.
Like
Yeah.
it does have its place. It's like I don't know. It's like an old English sports car. It's fun, but you know, in certain aspects, it really shines.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I got you. No, I'm just gonna straight up just agree with you. 8.5. Because that's what I was saying before was excuse me right now, sorry. Whereas like I like it, but like I'm torn. Because there are just elements of it that just don't maybe meet all the criteria. Like the seed didn't help.
No, the seed didn't help at all. I'm really glad that I caught that one and saw it on the outside there. And you know, to only have one seed between, I guess that would be 3/8 now that I've had of this. If there are seeds, like, I wonder what causes that kind of thing.
I don't want to make this like 'cause an 8.5 is still like it's still a good rating on the Blade J scale. I mean, like we're not smoking anything subpar here. Like we're always smoking quality stuff. So it is good. But yeah, the seed didn't help. But bigger than that, I would just say like, I think you nailed it when you said if the high wasn't so great, it would be a lot lower. Mm-hmm. Because the high is phenomenal.
It really is.
And I really do like this as being like a hot day, a hot sunny day smoker. Because it's not that heavy and you can smoke it over the course of a long day in the sun and not be too heavy about it.
I think for somebody who is only smoking one joint over the course of an entire night like that, this might be the best weed.
Ooh.
Yeah.
For somebody who wants to have a joint and be social and smoke a few of it and then like put it back in a pack or something, smoke a little bit more, or just have it and not have it all burn away and smoke a bit and chill on and whatever, and just running around and smoking a little bit or just having some pipe hits or that kind of thing, consuming small amounts over a longer time frame, I think that's where this would really shine. Okay. It might just not be great in this level of stupidity and excess as our show.
Okay.
Like we might have just smoked too much, right? It might just be better in smaller amounts.
I don't think we smoke too much. I feel fine. That's another thing too. Is like the high is great, but like, because it's a light smoke is what I was calling it, a light smoke. So I totally fucked that word up. But because it's a light smoke, that's why I feel like it's great for like, you know, hot days. I feel like I could take this in the sun when when everything is too much and you're just like dying. I'm still thinking of camping or being at like a festival where you're out in the sun, right? But the high is great, but it's such a light smoke. Like I'm done, and like I could still smoke more. It doesn't. Yeah, it's like it's.
You know,
it feels light. Like I feel like I wouldn't want to do this in small doses, because it's so I would still get the high that I like, but I wouldn't. And maybe it's a body high thing a little bit too. I'm not getting any body high really at all. So maybe that plays into it. Something is not there for me.
I'm bringing it down because my head feels off. The high is really good, but like I've got a bit of a headache and I feel like a little like, you know.
I got you.
But here's the thing as well. I was noticing earlier, about halfway through, that the cigarettes were hitting me different tonight.
Ooh.
So it could very well be that.
We can stop with cigarettes in here too. That's cool.
And it could be that. And maybe now it's just caught up with me.
Yeah.
But
That's I mean, if we're gonna stop doing it,
so
that's
I
cool.
should take that away from this. That when I was saying about the headache, it's likely not that, or it could be. I don't know, but I was noticing that earlier.
Yeah.
You don't have to stop smoking completely. Like maybe just I don't know, space them out more or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure
I
it
was
out.
being a pussy, but yeah, it's
Man
it's
up.
good. It's good smoke.
It's a
It's
good
good smoke,
That's
yeah.
the thing. It's a real. I would even say it's a really good smoke. Maybe even
A great
a
smoke.
great smoke.
I'd say it is a great smoke.
It's a great smoke, but
Okay.
it's not amazing. It's not.
I'm gonna bump it up to an 8.7.
Just agreed on 8 point. Can't whatever. Yeah,
I got to do it. I was in an 8.5 because I was bringing the headache into effect, and I was going on that, and now I'm not gonna put it into my calculations. Now you can still be in an 8.5 because you're your own man.
I'm sticking at an 8.5.
That's fine. That's totally fair, man. I completely understand.
Sticking at an 8.5.
Okay, that's fine. Still want to do this next week?
Yeah, I can't wait to do this next week.
Okay, awesome.
This is always so
awesome.
much fun.
Okay, all right.
You can agree to disagree,
We're
gentlemen.
okay. Yeah.
We're good. We're good. 8.5 rating.
Yeah,
8.5
so 8.7
on the Blade on our Blade J scale on the official.
on the official Blade J scale.
Yes.
Which maybe after a dozen we'll actually like have the Blade J scale ratings on a board. Wouldn't that be cool?
We should have a chart on our screen.
Wouldn't that be cool?
Yeah. We can see all. Yeah. Okay. So next episode, is that what we're gonna do? Next episode is a cocktail party.
No, after a dozen. We do a dozen episodes and then we recap them.
Oh.
So next episode will be our 12th.
was-
and then the one after that
No, I
will
was
be the
just thinking
recap.
every dozenth episode would be the cocktail party.
Well, the episodes will still continue going on because it's a strain per episode. The cocktail parties and the wrap-ups would be something else. They wouldn't be like a numbered show. They'd be a specialty event. Eventually, maybe even a pay-per-view.
Maybe. So
Or a
next-
live
but-
event. Wouldn't that be cool for a live event?
Yeah.
Because
need
that
people
could
to-
it could
we need-
technically be something that we don't have to smoke at.
We would need like a lot more people to be watching us.
Well, yes,
to do a live
yes,
event.
but we'll get
But
there.
it would be
maybe
very, it
after
would be very
100
cool.
episodes.
We're working on it. We're brand new.
Yeah,
Like we're into our 10th episode, and we're just learning, people.
yeah, and we weren't even people before. Like
We
you
weren't
know,
even people
We
before
weren't even
this.
people before this. Yeah, like
we were
people
hardly
care
even
about.
people before we did anything on this.
These
But-
are the avatars, people.
Oh shit!
But that means next week sometime maybe we can do a cocktail party. Film a cocktail party at least and have some fun.
Perhaps.
well, yeah, we'll
perhaps.
have to shoot one more episode of this, and then
Yeah,
after
that-
that,
but yeah,
do
but
the-
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yes,
So
that's
we'll
our
see-
next Thursday. Yeah, so
We'll see.
after
We'll
that.
see when it is.
Yeah.
Because James has his gig too, so we gotta figure some things
Yeah,
out.
I know. We've just been talking about the cocktail party forever. I'm so excited about it right now.
And this is a neat thing that we can do that isn't guest reliant as well, but could also be incorporated into a guest situation later on.
The cocktail party.
The cocktail party recap kind of thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Mhm.
I'm looking forward to it. We should plan.
Yeah.
We got get some fun segments planned out, and maybe it's a blessing. James being busy for a little bit, we can take some time filming it and really lay out some ideas and
Yeah, that would
get
be
a
cool.
get a good party structure going. Yeah. Maybe like we can't like really guess or anything, but maybe we can do like some Zoom calls or something with some people. Get some like conference calls going on the party. Yes. We'll figure something out.
All right. Well, what's your Blade J rating for the hot box scale there,
I
James?
keep knocking my mic all episode. I'm so unprofessional, and I'm so sorry, everybody. Our viewers, to our sound guy, to you.
Yeah, the sound guy who screwed up sound like majorly. Woo-wee. You know what? To be honest with you, this in terms of the Blade J scale for hotboxing, I feel that it affected me earlier, but then it's just like I don't know, just didn't really affect me too strong. You know, it's light in the room. It feels good. I feel happy.
That
Yeah.
is fair though too, because I feel the same way. Like it is a great high, but I settled into it really early on, and then the more I smoked, it didn't really increase the level of high that I felt. It kept it going, but I didn't necessarily notice a significant difference between like the first joint or two and like joint 4.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it in terms of being hotboxed of it, by it, I don't know. I kind of feel like myself right now. That's the best way I can describe it. Like, I feel a little happy, and but I don't feel like really like hotboxed, like blitzed.
Yeah.
You know, like in past episodes, I've felt
you
that.
seem super
Absolutely.
super tame and not fun today.
So
I,
boring.
Jeez.
So boring.
Come on.
Is it as smoky in here and as hazy as past episodes?
I would say so. I would say
It
so.
looks like it's hazy in this room.
It's pretty hazy.
Yeah, I'm
in here.
surprised you're not as. Maybe because you're only getting secondhand high. Maybe you're just building a serious tolerance now, finally,
Who knows?
to your
Who knows?
secondhand smoke intake.
Maybe.
It's possible.
Like if you
Highly
smoked this, I'm
possible.
sure you'd still get like significantly stoned.
Mm.
But as you were delivering that, I could tell, I could hear that. Yeah, he's not as high as he usually is.
No, not like other episodes. Like normally I'm like, "Woo-hoo," you know, and
Exactly.
On the chocolate sour, Jesus.
on the chocolate
calamity.
sour diesel.
Don't hassle the drive-through attendant. On the chocolate sour diesel episode, James was out of control. It was
It was
fantastic.
so fun.
Yeah,
I know.
that's
I
great.
love hotboxing, James. It's one of my favorite things about this show right now, honestly.
I remember that one. That one like made it just like I was just like, ooh. I don't know. It's strange about weed. It triggers certain types of personalities, or you know how you speak, you know,
Yeah.
how your actions and all that. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, getting high is a thing, dude.
Apparently,
Yeah, and I hope you know, James, when I rag on you, it's only because I love you, brother.
I love you too, bud. It's all good.
And I only rag on you because I think it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
And I does not come from a place of hate. Only love.
I know that. So this weed is giving you the love gene.
I did.
too.
I feel like I
Sweet.
gave you a bit of a hard time. I also feel like I held back a little bit too and pulled some punches.
Oh, dude, you can like throw it at me, man. I got thick skin.
I feel like I'm getting more comfortable in the room.
I got the thick skin, babies. No worries.
I hope so, because yeah, I got some things to say.
Yeah, I'm in trouble after this podcast, people. All right, so you want to sign off, gentlemen, or what do you? Anything else you
I
want to
mean,
discuss?
we're done. We did our
Yeah.
Blade J ratings.
Yeah,
There's no
we're
leaf
done.
lease, so I mean, like, this was a fun one. It was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
I would definitely smoke this again. Like this for me, I feel like sometimes when we don't give things like glowing ratings, that it comes off negatively. I feel like 8.5. That's where I was rating stuff in the beginning of this as like a fair rating for everything. And now coming back to it after doing some 9s, I feel like I don't want to feel like I don't want to come off like I'm shitting on this at all. Like this would be a go-to for me in what I said before, like a summertime outdoor situation. If I'm camping or like if I know I'm gonna be out in the heat for a while and just want to keep smoking, this is a great thing because it's a delicate smoke with a great high. So I like it a lot. And it was a fun episode. I feel like it was really silly.
Yeah, I've had great experiences with it in the past with just smoking, one joint over the course of a couple hours.
Yeah.
And then letting it chill. And for drumming and stuff, it was great. So yeah, I'm a fan as well. And it's totally okay because like when you look at the particular strains from the particular providers we're doing, first off, this kind of lines up right with them, right? Like,
Yeah.
same kind of rating as where the Mandarin Cookies was,
Totally.
and it's the same kind of deal, right? So, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah. This was a lot of fun though. I felt like this was a great episode. I love it.
Yeah, it was a real fun one.
But yeah, I guess that's it.
Right on. Well, thanks for joining us, and people out there, we'll see you again next time.
See you next time.
They hate the state.
Boo. Yeah.
Margy digs Chris Farley, apparently.
Yeah, I picked up some